Cardinals. Sorry about that. You had that last piece of pizza. It got to be a fight, and people say, you leave, you ain't getting the rest of the pizza. So you know what I'm saying. Oops. Ooh la la. Did I say ooh la la? Ooh la la. Yeah, yeah. Ooh la la. How's it feel to me about, hey, 49ers dismantle Cardinals, leaving little to question to remain undefeated. Still remain amongst the ranks of the unbeaten. There's only two teams left, us and them. The Eagles. You know what, fam? The Eagles got to deal with the Rams this weekend. The Rams are warming up. I support them this week. Hey, one of the last times you'll ever hear me say that. 49ers versus Cardinals was great. That was a game that San Francisco needed to win, though, convincingly, and they did. Because if we went there fooling around and struggling like the Commanders and the Giants, and don't even talk about the Cowboys. If we would have done that number, man, it would have been, God, Niners, you guys ain't no better than nobody else. So, we didn't do that. We beat them up. We handled them, However, fam, the media referendum on the 49ers will continue as to whether we're legit or not legit, and you know this. That question can only be answered this weekend. You know that, don't you? Fall down against the Cowboys this weekend, and we got trouble. Oh, my God. They'll never let it go. Because, and how they would be able to do that, I don't know. Because the fact of the matter is, the Cowboys just got beat by a team we just demolished, okay? So if we should slip, okay, you know what? Why am I thinking in terms of slipping against the Cowboys? Not going to happen. Brock Purdy continues to make it difficult to find reasons not to believe he is legit in red and gold glowing fashion that hasn't been seen in a while. Go BP. Also what I love about this dude. Yeah, Brock is like, you got Jimmy GQ, you got Cap, also a fashion guy. When he comes into who else did we have that's always cool as could be when they came up to the mic? Yeah, Brock comes in like him and Nick, like they just came off of a college campus. It's always amusing to me to look at that and say, I love the non-pretentious look. You guys are, I like that. Good. So we're going to the phones for your take on how the Niners handle the Cardinals to remain undefeated as we assess the growth of the San Francisco 49ers from week one. And there is a difference because we were all looking for a little growth from week one. We saw what they did against the Steelers. It wasn't enough to get all excited about. And in week two, well, yeah, not bad. Week three, fun. Yeah, but week four, now we're seeing a team that actually beat somebody and has competed. Handle them. Injury updates, 49ers versus Cardinals. Listen, that should be on the ticker. The Niners had an efficient performance in their 35-16 win over the Cards, to say the least, this past Sunday. PFF grades reflect how productive they really were. B. Purdy continues to amaze. I mean, the young man connected on all but one of his 21 pass attempts. Really? When's the last time anybody's done that? I mean, we see people come out 10 to a row. I mean, Jimmy came out to a games 9, 10, 11 in a row, but he didn't have 20 passes. Damn. And I bet you Kyle gave him a hard time about that one miss. That is an efficient performance on the 35-16 win of the Cards, to say the least, this past Sunday. PFF grades reflect just how productive they really were. B. Purdy continues to amaze. As I say, his 20 completion added up to 283 yards, a TD, and a 134.6 passer rating. What? BP's 95.10% completion rate broke franchise record held by Steve Young. It is serious. 90% minimum 20 attempts since 1991. Whoa! God. Oh, this is fun stuff. BP's average depth of completion yesterday was 9.1 yards downfield, which is the second highest among the NFL quarterbacks in Week 4 through Sunday's games. Debunking! All he does is dink and dunk. Shut up! That's not dinking and dunking! Bam! By the way, though, which, as I say, that's the second highest among the NFL quarterbacks in Week 4 through Sunday's game. Meanwhile, okay, this Purdy's baby boy continues to be extremely accurate in intermediate level passes, 11 to 19 yards, which is essential in Kyle Shanahan's offense. You gotta be able to do that. Otherwise, you can't run his offense. He's doing a good job with that. And he completed all 3 attempts for 61 yards for 91.7% completion through the 4 games. And people have to stop with the all-star cast in carrying Brock Purdy. The numbers don't lie. They just don't. He's got to do what he does in order for that offense to run efficiently. He does. Somebody can't do that. BP was less accurate, though, on deep passes. Okay. He addressed that during an interview with a panel of Bay Area sports media people saying, because the first thing they did, because that's how you do. You could come after him and say, yeah, you had a couple of passes that downfield throws you probably should have made. What have you? And BP said, yeah, we worked on that hard, and I didn't know. I didn't want to throw the ball too soft. I didn't want to throw the ball too hard. We worked that out. He stayed his cool as the people who said that. This is what needs to be understood. Because a quarterback misses doesn't mean he can't. It means most likely they haven't been working on that. They worked on it. He did it in fine fashion. Brandon, you probably took him out to dinner. Well, I tell you what. Hey, he completed all 3 of his pass attempts. He showed why there should be any further doubts about whether he can throw the ball downfield or not. He can. All 3 of his passes attempts traveled more than 20 yards in the air. And yes, he does get a lot of support during the games from Christian McCaffrey, who also had a historic performance. That's okay. That's his running back. So, what do you want to have a running back that can't play just so he has to put the ball up 45, 50 times? No! We watched CMC chalk up his 13th consecutive game with a TD. That wonderful moment. This is what kind of hurts my feelings. That wonderful moment surpassed the franchise record held by Mrs. Rice's baby boy, Jerry. Jerry had 12. Listen, fam, here's the thing. That was 13 for CMC. He ain't done yet. This could go on for another 3 or 4 or 5 games. Who knows? I'm sure Jerry doesn't mind. Let me quickly go through the Niners Week 4 grades so I can get you on the phone and let's see what your assessment is and how you feel about your San Francisco 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 91.0, 15 of the Niners' 31st down were a result of McCaffrey's efforts. God, he is a machine. Putting him in the MVP conversation, because normally, as you know, that goes to the quarterback. You cannot leave CMC out of that conversation. If he continues on this path, who's going to beat him out as a quarterback? Who is going to beat him out as a quarterback? That's a conversation for another day. He racked up 8 rushing first downs and 7 through the air. CMC's 23 rushing first downs, 11 receiving first downs, top all other NFL running backs. Didn't even have to look at that to know better. Dude also leads the league in the following categories. Rushing yards, 459. He's already at damn near 1,000 yards in week 5 coming up. That is going to be a 1,000-yard season. Oh, my God, it's maybe more. Yards after contact, 323. Touchdown, 6 tied for first with Raheem Mostert over in Miami. Well, I knew when Raheem got to Miami, it was going to be rough over there for everybody else. If he stays healthy, Raheem Mostert, you and I both know, we didn't want to see him leave. I didn't. But then again, would we have picked up McCaffrey? Well, I still love me some Raheem, boy, I tell you what. Missed tackles, forced rushing, 22. Runs over 10 yards 14 times. The player is already legendary. A new term may have to be developed to define the CMC. Brandon Ayuk, 93.4 grade. I renamed him the Ninja Fam. The boy comes out there. He's running routes against some poor clown that thinks he can cover him. Brandon, just like a ninja, pulls out the smoke, disappears. First thing to do, the defender's looking around. Ayuk's in the end zone. Oh! The ninja strikes again. Them silent strikes as he disappears in front of him. And ain't been a defender this year that can stay with him. This is why, man. I can't do it. Trayvon Diggs. I don't know who's out there. Well, you got the other guy supposed to be good. I guess he'll be assigned. It doesn't matter who it is. Ayuk received the highest overall grade on the Niners offense in Week 4, catching all 6 of his targets, 148 yards. This is an all-time high for BA. Each of Ayuk's receptions resulted in a first down, and the player is currently PFF's highest-graded wide receiver at 93.5. You know how many spectacular wideouts are in this NFL. Rudy come on today. I just mentioned it for this. Rudy comes on today and talks about how he's got the best receiver in the game in Nakua. PFF says, no, he ain't. Rudy, stop bothering me with your petty stuff, man. I don't care. God, I can always debunk you because you lie a lot. Remember those days, fam, when sports show commentators were saying the Niners have no talent? Remember those days? Sitting there yelling at the monitor, shut up. You know what you're talking about, man. Keep my team's name out your mouth. God, I remember those moments of rage. I had to get up. That's why I went and got a heavy bag. I remember that. What year was that? So I could go out and kick and punch the hell out of it. Because the only thing, get the frustration out of my body, man. It was killing me. Offensive line, Trent Williams, 90.1 overall grade, 75.8 pass blocking grade. He did have one hurry. But check this out. Aaron Banks, 68.0 overall grade, 85.5 pass blocking grade. No pressures allowed. None. Oh, it gives me such a rush. Jake Brittle, 64.4 overall grade, 74.6 pass blocking grade. Anytime they get B's and C's, I'm fine with that. No pressure allowed. Oh, Jake, Aaron, that's what I need y'all guys to do, man, because I got the silverback on the side. He'll take everything else. Right guard, Spencer Burford, 68.4 overall grade, 58.9 pass blocking grade. He had one hurry. Because the right side is still in development mode, fam. I know you're saying, man, we can't be patient, man, because, we're trying to get to the Super Bowl, man. That's a weakness. I know. I have no... and then it gets worse with right tackle Colton McKivitz, 70.2. Although, 67.5 pass blocking grade, that's a C. It's a D+. And Burford got an F, though, his worst overall grade. But, pass blocking. Here's the thing, fam. That right side, and this is where the anxiety does set in. He let up a sack. He's the only person that's let up sacks this year. You and I both know the Cowboys, DC Dan Quinn, he's gearing up his defense to go through that door all day long. Michael's never going to line up any other place. Why would he have to put up with the left side of the 49ers line when he can put up with the right side where it's the weakest? I'm Dan Quinn. That's the first thing I'd do. So listen, we're not even going to bother to line up on the left side of the game. We're going to put that quarterback under siege from the minute this game starts, where everybody's going to be on that right side, and we're going to come in there like a man. See, here's the thing. I suspected that the Giants trained McKivitz up. Now, maybe it would have been worse this past weekend had McKivitz not been training as hard as he is now. Nick Bosa's doing all he can to polish McKivitz up. The Giants did all they could to TJ, did his best to make sure that McKivitz was trained. So I'm thinking by this weekend, Micah could come running in there like he lost his mind all he wants to, Fowler, all those guys. I don't know if McKivitz is going to get just bum rushed and made out to a little wussy. I just don't see it. Coach Shanahan, please tell me you have a plan. They're going to be coming through there like roaches in a crack in the wall, man. Let's go to the defense. I don't want to think about that too much. Nick Bosa, 89.6 overall grade, 90 pass rush grade, 4 hits and 1 hurry. And Javon Hargrave, 60 points. Overall grade, 71.8 pass rush grade. Look at them grades. 1 sack, 1 hit, 2 hurries. Javon hasn't missed. Did Javon, how many sacks? I think he's got 4 sacks this year, right? Things fall off a bit after those two, though, fam. Drake Jackson has had his one day under the sun. Drake, I need you to get back on your horse and ride, dude. Overall grade, 53.5, 52.8 pass rush grade. Drake, that is unacceptable. Come on, Drake. You did all that training off season and did everything you had to do to get better. Get better. 2 hurries on a day for Drake. Javon Kinlaw, 48.4 overall grade, 65.6 though, rush grade. 2 hurries. I ain't mad at him because he's got a lot of work to do. And remember, fam, he has been out basically the whole time he's been with us. So maybe he picks up speed, a little more momentum coming down the stretch. Kevin Gibbons has been here the whole time, 52.3 overall grade. I'm not happy with that. 61.9 pass rush grade. He's got a couple of hurries. I don't know what looking at the platoon situation, I'm not sure how much minutes or how many snaps these guys are getting. I have to look back at that to really be able to honestly assess both Javon and Kevin. Eric Armstead, 67.1 overall grade, 71.9 pass rush grade, 1 hit, 1 hurry. That's a C. Low C. I need more from you too, Eric. Kerry Hyder, 47.5 overall grade. I figure the 49ers are doing the best they can to get Drake all the snaps he can get. Kerry sort of platooning in a way, probably not getting a lot of snaps. 56.0 pass rush grade, 1 hurry. Dre Greenlaw, 70.1 was his grade on the day. Dre led the team with 9 tackles and 77.8 on that run defense grade. You got to love that, right? Where Dre fell down a bit was that he allowed 4 completions on 7 targets for 22 yards and a TD, which resulted in a 60.9 D- coverage grade. He'll get better. He just had a day. I ain't even worried about Dre. Defensive back Kendall Sheffield, 84.8. The new addition to the defense was only on the field for 11 snaps at the end of the game, but he made the most of it, racking up 3 tackles and only 1 catch allowed on 2 targets for -4 yards. Now, mind you, the game was probably pretty much over when he came in, out near over. But still, I just want to see if he's got anything to offer. Sheffield also was on the field for 15 special team snaps, including 1 play at gunner. That dude is fast, by the way, from what I understand. Somebody else told me on Twitter, no, that dude can run a 4.3. No, he can't. Can he? He downed the ball at the 1 yard line. You know, you need that kind of speed to get down the field that fast. I'm done arguing with that dude on Twitter. Okay. So far, talk about an upgrade over Trey Swilling. I believe we've got it. The coverage guys, real quickly. Oren Burke, 76.9 coverage grade, allowed 1 catch on a 1 target for 3 yards. Isaiah Oliver, 65.9 coverage grade, allowed 3 catches on 4 targets for 23 yards. When you look at 3 catches, that's a little over 10 yards each. That's kind of not what I wanted to do. He's going to have his ups and downs. You can see he's that kind of guy. Now, he may go shut down this weekend, and then the next weekend he may have this kind of a game. Demo fell down, 63.1 coverage grade, allowed 5 catches on 5 targets for 31 yards. Demo, that's not what I want from you. As I'm telling Charles all the time to look for you, and he found you, and you didn't look very good. Okay, that's okay. You get better this weekend. Demo says, I like playing the Cowboys. Don't worry. Okay, I remember that. You got a pick last year off of Dak. But then a lot of people get picks off of Dak. That's not saying anything special, though, Demo. I need you to do better. Tashawn Gibson, 61.4 coverage grade, allowed no catches on 2 targets. All right, the vintage, as usual. Tashawn Gibson. Talanoa Hufunga out there fighting with Connor. 59.3 coverage. Talanoa allowed 1 catch on 1 target for 16 yards and a TD. Talanoa, I need better from you. Come on, you know what? Talanoa has these moments, though. And then he'll go lights out. I ain't mad at him. He's got a couple of he'll get TDs, too. Talanoa is somebody who's just, I don't know if we're ever going to lose by 1 touchdown. But, Travaris, I'm also worried. I'm really worried about Travaris. 58.8 coverage grade, allowed 2 catches on 3 targets for 26 yards. He was looking a little more sticky last year. And again, we're blaming Wilkes' defense, but I'm not sure. He fell down. He's about to make an INT, but then again, he may have been playing too soft. A lot of people complaining about that. I was checking out Lombardi, and Lombardi says he gave me some numbers on. Gave us all some numbers on how far off those guys were playing. They were playing right up against the line of scrimmage on numerous occasions. Ah, we'll see. They got it. They still got it. They got to still understand what Coach Wilkes is cooking. I got a feeling that's going to smooth out soon. Fred Warner, 53.7. This is not Warner-like on the coverage. Allowed four catches on 6 targets for 56 yards. 56 yards, Fred! No, I expect much better from you. 1 forced incompletion and a dropped INT. Fred, that's 2 I've seen this year. I don't know. You may have done that more than once. Fred used to snatch them up. Come on, Fred. Come on, Fred. Come on, Fred. Come on, Fred. Rookie D Winners, 28.6 coverage grade, allowed 5 catches on 7 targets, 48 yards. That's too many. He needs to stay seated unless it's in the fourth quarter for now. Get him sporadically and then get him warmed up slowly. Yes. Fam, what do you think about your San Francisco 49ers? I love these guys, man. I'm telling you what, I give them a B+ because they were playing against the Cardinals, and I should have seen better results, but I'll live with it, all right? You know, there's not going to be great games every week. And contrary to what everybody's saying about the 49ers, even though they say, no, we did not think ahead on this game. We came out there. We know what we had to do. They won't be, you talk about ready to play this game, the 49ers want to assert themselves. The Cowboys will come in with a mat on from last 2 years. They're going to be playing hardcore too. Yeah, NG49, you're right, man. Cowboys going to be tough. Trey singing like a canary. See, I don't know if Trey could actually help them in that fashion, though. Do you think so? Because if that be the case, a lot of teams around the league would be in trouble. The Big Show says, can we please trade Elijah Mitchell for a bucket of popcorn and movie passes? I didn't even know he was hurt. They didn't even say anything. It's like the 49ers don't want to talk about it anymore. RG, very strategic by the Cowgirls to take Trey Lance. Will it be enough? Greetings from San Diego. Listen, fam, this is not the first offensive play that left and went to another team that we end up whooping their ass. It doesn't really, you know, Kyle knows when people go over there what they're going to say and do. And then Kyle says, okay, go ahead. You give them a whole book, and then I'm going to play call, and I'm working on their defense. So if they think they got an advantage doing that, it's not going to happen. It never does. Well, the Hawks did look like they were very informed a couple of times. We sent a couple of people over there, didn't we? Hey, Dre, come on in, Dre. Tell us about how you feel about your 49ers.
Ronbo.
Yeah.
What's good, man?
That's good. You know what? I look at the grades. It's like as a teacher, you're sitting down looking through and you give all the kids that did a good job an A, and then you come back around to the kid's desk and talk to them privately. Listen, I want you to stay after class, and I'm going to see if I can help you with some things because I think that you may need some help in several areas. So just call your mom and tell her you'll be a little late, or else we'll find a way to get you home. Okay? Okay. You know, this is the thing we have with about 4 or 5 dudes. I mean, Dre, what do you think?
Yeah. I just want to touch on what you said. You said talking about Chris McCaffrey should get MVP and what quarterback should get over him and everything. And I got the quarterback. His name starts with a B.
I didn't think about that. Brock Purdy, MVP. And barely got a season under his belt. Because ain't nobody outplaying him right now. Honestly, I was serious. Try to think of another quarterback besides Brock that's doing a great job this year. It's not, Jalen is not all that this year. He's okay. Dak, please.
Yeah, I can't.
No.
I don't even know. Maybe Josh Allen after his.
Oh, Josh.
He had like 4 touchdowns, I think, this Sunday.
Allen. Tua would be until he got the floor mopped with him. Allen, maybe. Yeah, Allen might get it this year. Maybe. Unless Brock keeps on what he's doing.
Yeah, no one's doing what Brock Purdy's doing, so I don't want to hear it from no.
I agree.
But, yeah, I honestly hope one of us can win that. CMC, I think, has a good chance. I know it's a quarterback award and all, but he's doing it. He's doing everything. He has a touchdown in consecutive games, beating Jerry Rice for the most of the Niners. And that's crazy because he's only been here not even a whole year, combined. Last year to this year, and people were saying the trade was bad and all this. Like, people don't know what they're talking about, and it's
They do
crazy
not.
to me.
We traded for a half man, half amazing individual. That dude, that hurdle he did, and they asked him in the press conference, "Do you practice that?" No, it's just one of those in the moment things. You can't sort of just reflexes, you know. So I says, "Wow, he thinks
Yeah,
quickly,
he's one,
instinctive player."
but yeah, he's one of a kind for sure. But I wanted to say, did you see Dak Prescott's press conference when the interviewer guy asked him that dumb question?
And then Dak gave him that dumb response. I mean, Dak, Dak, you ain't cool. I mean, Dak looked at him like he was crazy. Dak, it's a good question. You say it's a dumb question, but it is a good question because Dak, they beat you guys 2 years in a row. Y'all mad? He should ask him like that. Can you see him having to restrain Dak as he's running off the podium trying to get at that reporter? That would just make my
Yeah,
hair.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny because he thought, he's like, I don't know, he thinks he's top 5, but he ain't even top 15 for real. I don't even know what he's talking
26. Dak has not, his defense has made most of the touchdowns. There's 4 quarterbacks that are better than Dak that are barely rookie status. Dak ain't doing nothing. It's his defense. And this is the problem we have this weekend, fam. I was going to wait. But the thing is, you cannot get behind the Cowboys. Their defense cannot put you behind because then they pin their ears back, and they are good. Dak don't have to do anything after that. So, and he doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, he ain't done anything this year. He has, 4 touchdowns, 1 to CeeDee Lamb, that's it. The rest are to a tight end. I think 2 were tight ends and then 1 to Pollard. And speaking of Pollard, hold on. Somebody on Twitter was arguing with me, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. He had the nerve to say Pollard was better than CMC.
No, he didn't. Oh, please, don't forget to tag me when you get into those kind of conversations. I want some of that.
All right.
I would have brought numbers. Yeah. I'd have said, dude, listen, before you leave, because you're going to have to leave in a minute, these numbers say that you need to shut up. Are you kidding me? Pollard and CMC not even in the same league. Oh.
That's what I only responded once, and he came back with some bull, and I was just like, yeah, I ain't even wasting my time today. I ain't gonna lie. That was the dumbest shit I read in a while, I'm not gonna lie.
Dre, you still know. You're a young man. The thing is, the Cowboys been talking science fiction forever. Forever. They've been talking trash. It makes no sense to anybody. I mean, ever. I mean, they haven't changed. They're getting worse. God.
They're delusional. That's
delusional. Right. That'll be ending soon.
But I also have a coworker. He's a Cowboys fan, and he's like, "I'll bet you $200 we win." I'm like, "Bro, that's just bet a cool 10, and give me my 10 on Monday, and we'll be cool."
I like that because I don't know. Cowboy fans are very. I mean, we're not all that cool either, but the Cowboy fans, we have handed them their ass how many times? Stop talking, Cowboys. Rams are one step behind them. Rams are still talking after the worst Super Bowl defense ever, and they're still talking. They'll be there now, ain't they? I mean, why?
I don't know, man. I just can't wait for Sunday. I'm getting more hype as the week goes by, and it's only Tuesday.
I know, right? It's exciting. Cowboys do that. Yes, indeed. We're not going to do scores yet, though. Tell you what I'm going to do. See, depending upon what happens between now and this weekend, we might be back now. We'll be back. Okay, I'm going to watch the headlines. I want to see something crazy come up. I have that feeling that something wild is going to come up between now and Friday night scores night. If I do, I'll see you between now and then. All right? Definitely going to see you Friday. All right?
Yes. Sounds good.
All right, Dre. And don't forget to tag me when you run into a stupid Cowboy fan. I love those guys.
For sure. Hopefully I don't got to deal with that. I lost brain cells reading that when he tagged or when he was.
But I don't want anybody to see you talking to him.
I know. He's embarrassing me. I don't even know him.
Have a great night, Dre.
Yes, sir. You too. God bless.
Thanks, fam. Bazzi, Mayan, Rama, which offense do you think is better or has more potential? Falcons 2016, Shanahan's offense with Ryan, or this Niners 23 offense with Purdy? Ooh-wee. Okay, the Falcons have set the mark. They are now the 7th most productive offense in NFL history. So clearly, they'd have to be, we need to go through the season first and be the number 6 most productive offense. We're averaging 30 a week. So, at the end of the season, if that average is hiked to 34, 35, that might be enough. I don't know. We'll see. But I like this offense a lot. We got every weapon. I told y'all before the season started, I said, listen, if you think any defense out there is going to stop McCaffrey, Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, and I don't even talk about him. Nobody talks about him enough. And also Juice. And now you look at Brock Purdy doing what he's doing. That's 6 ultimate damned weapons. How are you going to stop all of that? You're not. And you got the best play caller in the game? Evan.
Hey, what happened, man?
What? Evan?
Somebody took my spot, man. It's Jack.
Jack, you didn't have a spot. Evan probably beat you to it. Jack, can you hold on just a little? Let's see what Evan is.
Sure, all right.
I'm sorry, Jack.
All right, my bad.
Jack's out in UK waiting on us. Okay, what's it? Hey, Evan.
Ronbo, how's it going?
Evan, it's going 49er red and gold great. I don't even have to wear my red and gold glasses anymore. My whole vision now is red and gold. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing just great. How you doing?
I'm good. Still hyped over the win. Getting ready for these Cowboy week.
Yeah.
I just wanted to touch on the whole Trey Lance thing.
Okay.
Shanahan changes his game plan every week. I mean,
true.
And we have don't we have their corner from last year? So,
that's right.
All that stuff kind of, evens out. And
Detroit versus everybody.
Oh my God. The game plan changes every week, so
it does.
Well, all that doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm. And all during the course of the game. If Shanahan for 1 second thinks that they're reading and directing their defense toward everything he does, he'll change it up. There's no way you're going to get Shanahan like that. No way.
Yeah, and I went back.
Detroit's off the henny, probably.
Stop, dude.
that wasn't really him.
It was the penny, probably.
That's one of our impersonators.
Go home,
right,
go to bed, Bird.
Stop, Eve. Let Evan talk. Go ahead, Evan.
Can we get a pool going to block these people from?
No. Ellis is having fun because of the fact that that Detroit person.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine with Ellis, just not Don Bird or whatever the hell.
Oh yeah, Don Bird. Don is. You got to feel sorry for him. And actually, he's posing a threat now to us, according to a lot of analysts.
No, their team's good.
I know.
They're doing their thing over in Detroit. Yeah. But like I said, I'm not too worried about the Cowboys. We've watched the highlights. They're scoring a lot on defense.
Most of it.
And I just don't see our offense giving up, any, maybe a fumble here or there, but, they're not getting pick sixes on Brock Purdy. I just don't see that happening. No.
Also, them scoops.
I mean,
that you're talking about the fumbles, the scoop and score. I don't. You know what? They've done that. Every blowout they've had, that's what was going on. So.
Yeah. Yeah, but So I mean, I think it'll be competitive. So I wanted to give you a hypothetical because I kind of heard that Carolina was looking for a number 1 receiver. So it sounds like they're looking to trade maybe Brian Burns for a number 1 receiver. So hypothetical. Would you trade Deebo Samuel for Brian? No, just would you trade Deebo for Brian Burns, or would you trade him for picks and possibly get Jerry Rice's kid in the draft next year?
It's starting, Ronbo, because of Jack. the trade-off for Debo.
Jack, hold on. Here's the thing. This unit, I want them to come. Nobody on this team that's a star deserves to be made to leave. You don't jettison any player on this team until the end of the season when he's got his ring on his finger. We don't have one guy that does not deserve to finish this season with the 49ers, especially if he's contributing. So Debo is off the table. Ayuk, I don't even want to talk about it. George Kittle, no. And no. Not one guy am I trading for Burns or a draft pick. If Burns, they still want a wide receiver at the end of the season, the ante is going to be up. It's going to be Burns and 2 first-round picks. That's how bad you want him. You can get him. Anybody not named, you know what? If I pick I ain't going to say any receiver.
I just had to throw it out there. I mean, I like Debo. I have his jersey, so I don't want him to leave. But and then I wanted to touch on our defense. You know, watching the film, we're almost contradicting ourselves. The quarterbacks are able to get the ball out so fast because we're playing so soft. That's why we're not getting any pressure on the quarterback, because they're not being covered until 10 yards down the field, so they can get those quick little passes off. So
that's a good point.
I'm thinking we need to tighten up, you know, our corners, you know, because that's where we get the pressure. Because
the passing lanes aren't being blocked, and the quarterback can see clearly. That's an excellent point. I can't believe they have not discussed this amongst themselves, the coaches, because every quarterback knows get rid of this ball and get rid of it now. And if you provide those little short routes to be open all the time, yeah, you're right. That's the antidote.
Yeah, because, I mean, you read, you know, Travers's defensive numbers, but I don't think he's used to playing that soft, you know. Hell, I could probably catch a pass against, you know, coverage that soft.
How far back
get
they're
lit
sitting?
up, but
yeah.
you know.
They got to draw it in a little bit. I agree. Because you hit it right on the head. Quarterbacks are getting rid of the ball quickly because they can see quickly what they can hit. I need to see, that's where Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw have to pick it up, or you've got to come up with another system. It's a work in progress.
Yeah,
I think, Evan.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I know they're still feeling it out, but I just feel like that's like the cushion's so soft. That's why our numbers look so bad, or we're freaking out at the TV because they're letting them catch all the stuff underneath. Yeah. And I think that's their.
It's by design. It is. It's their
entire. Yeah. Exactly.
That's the. Man. Anyway, and we got to go.
We'll see.
And
all right, but one more thing. You know, Shanahan knows Dan Quinn. You know, he was his OC, so he knows his defense too. So
Quinn knows
just for all the people with the Trey Lance stuff. So
we saw Quinn last year. It's no big deal. You know. Anyway,
we'll be all right. Yeah. All right, Ronbo. Good night. Thanks for the platform. Shout out to everyone.
Appreciate you.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Evan. Tommy, that's good to see you back. Tommy's ready to blow Chrissy Everett and Lambelia, taking L's their whole lives. 4-0. Lamb's choking a 23-point lead because that defense is soft as trash. And by the way, Rams, this weekend, don't let the Eagles run you off the field. If you guys are all that like you think, then beat the Eagles. And then might get some respect. Jack, get in here. Jack.
Just one thing. Number one. Understand how you're number one. Baby, we're back, baby. Power rankings. Number one, baby. Number one.
Oh, that goes without saying.
You know what I'm saying? This one's special, Ronbo. This one is special, and I'm going to tell you in a minute why. But power rankings, why are we number one? You know, and talking about the Cowboys along with this, we're more physical than just about every team from every level. You know, I mean, if you go to the running backs, everything besides a quarterback. I mean, but I think Purdy's more crafty than Dak. But we are way more physical. wide receivers. And we're going to talk about Debo in a second, too, because it looks like from what I've been saying, eyes are starting to open and see what I've been saying, the whole thing about Ayuk, this connection with Purdy and Ayuk. So if you're giving me 2-1s, so I could get me some, but I want Debo to finish the season. I want him to get the Super Bowl. As a rookie, he should have got the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. But this one is special, ladies and gentlemen, to me personally, and to the people of the 209, Northern California, stand up, and everybody. So we got people of the 209, Modesto specifically. We are going up against Deron Bland, who is coming off a pick 6. My little brother's homeboy from Modesto, California. I'm going to say it again, the same place, Modesto, California, who brought you Gabe Wilson, who was the point guard for the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals this year, who just went to LA Lakers and joined LeBron. So watch out for my homeboy Gabe Vincent, also from Modesto. But talking about Modesto, California, Ronbo, Deron Bland, we're going up against him. We're going up against my family. Most of my family are in Texas. My dad went there for a year, took us there as a child. My dad was like, hell no, with this humidity, I got to go back to Northern California. Brandon Cooks from Stockton, California, baby. Wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. Stand up Stockton and stand up 209, baby. We are in it to win it. But I'm sorry, guys. We got the physical wide receivers, the better cornerbacks, everything. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I do love me some Deron Bland. I would love for us to get him in a few years or whatever, right? But I'm just saying, man, this is a special game, personal game, and I see why Jerry Jones traded for Lance. This is why, right here. He wants the inside scoop of Shanahan's brain for this game, and if we see him in the playoffs, Ronbo. So that's why, you know, this is just one of those games where he wants everything to his advantage because we've been a thorn to his backside, and he just wants to find any way he can possible to beat us.
It's not going to help.
Number one.
McCarthy will never out-coach Kyle Shanahan, and Dan Quinn, he's beaten Kyle once since they've met as they've been separated. It's not going to change.
Today in history, President Abraham Lincoln designates that the last Thursday in November will be Thanksgiving. Today, ladies and gentlemen, Jack is back, is going to designate that Sunday night is officially the night every year where we get to go back and say how many times that we have whooped the Cowgirls and go back and say we are the kings when it comes to this rivalry. So thank you, Abraham Lincoln, my favorite president of all time. But your boy Jack is letting you know it's going to be a bashing, it's going to be a thrashing, and it's going to be a smashing. And I can't wait, man. I'm so fired up, man. I might put my house on the line, Ronbo. I'm debating it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's that crazy. It's one of those games. And I love Undisputed, Skip Bayless and Richard Sherman going back and forth, fighting over who's better. And Richard Sherman tells you that
Detroit is better.
Ifs and buts. I'm giving you facts, Skip. McCaffrey is better at this. Debo is better at, like, everything is factual. So we got the facts backing it up, and those are ifs and what could be. And, you know, they messed up. We didn't. Our quarterback didn't mess up in the playoffs. Theirs did. So I don't care how pissed off Dak's going to get. It's going to be to our advantage. Welcome. I can't wait for the homecoming for Deron Bland and also Brandon Cooks back to Northern California. So it's going to be a hell of a game, man. But before I go, Ronbo, did you see the AI robots like I mentioned last time that was at SoFi Stadium?
Yeah, all of them sitting there in that blue. Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah. Well, guess what? These dudes are in London now in a cafe, man. Thank God. I was almost going to go to that cafe. I think it's in the shopping mall, in the mall. And these robots are here. They're looking crazy. So, hey, I'm telling you, there's a lot more robots in the future that you're going to be serving you at Wendy's. That are going to be talking. You're not going to even know these are robots. They're blinking. It's getting crazy, Ronbo. You know what I'm saying? So watch out. Watch out Sunday, man. There might be some robots in the stand. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's cheerleaders or whatever, but it's getting out of control, man. So listen, it's your boy Jack, and I'm telling you, we are going to beat the shit out of them through our physicality. You know what I'm saying? And lastly, you know, I just want to say that Micah Parsons beats you with speed, right, and agility. And how do you beat speed? There's a saying, you beat speed with timing. right? We're going to punch him in the mouth when he least expects it, let him run free, and bam, George Kittle hit him on this side. Debo hit him on that side. It's going to be like you're not even mention his name. I'm telling you, he is going to be taking out the damn game. So don't worry about that. But, yeah, man, I got these guys talking trash about, Debo now, talking about we could trade him. Let's get him finished up. But there are all-stars in this draft. There's all-stars in this draft. So at the end of the year, when we win the bowl and somebody wants to give us 2 first-round picks, I'm just saying, like Marvin Harrison Jr., there's all-stars in this draft.
They always look like stars in the draft, though, Jack. That's the thing. Now, Debo has already proven he is. I'm telling you, Debo is he's not for sale.
With all due respect, though, as the draft king certified by you and this whole Ronbo Sports company certified, I'm telling you, there are more than one all-star. Like I told you about Garrett last year, that we could have got him. He became the rookie offensive rookie of the year. So there are a lot of wide receivers that have unlimited potential.
And I'm still mad about Kyle Pitts, but that's another story. Hey, Jack, we got to roll though. I'll see you this weekend or somewhere, maybe between now and Friday. I'm watching The Wire.
You guys took my 5 o'clock in the morning song, so I'm gonna say it's almost 5 o'clock in the morning. It's past 5 o'clock in the morning. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate your time, man. Everybody in the chat, keep hating, baby. It's going down Sunday. Love y'all. Peace.
Peace out, Jack. Appreciate you, fam. And Jimmy.
And watch out for the robots.
We always do. The girls have won 3 games and have beaten 3 bum teams. Can you smell what the Brock is cooking? Hey, Serge. Come on in, Serge.
Yo, what's going on, Ronbo?
You know, I just realized the Cowboys have beaten who? They beat the Giants. And
oh my God!
Who was that other team?
All the teams that they beat, where are they at?
Yeah,
they're just losing.
Yeah,
their records are not even as great.
And who's at the else they beat up? Yeah, the Giants.
The Jets. They beat the Jets.
Oh, they beat the Jets.
Patriots.
That's what I forgot. And the Patriots.
But who are they? The Giants, the Jets, and the Patriots. They're not the 49ers. So they're shaking in their boots right now.
Absolutely. In fact, the way the Jets look this past week against the Chiefs, the Cowboys don't want none of that. If they had to play them next week, Cowboys would. I don't know. They look a little different now. They've adjusted. But anyway, that's we'll see what happens with that. But anyway,
after what they saw us beat the Cardinals and how we beat them, oh my God, they're probably biting all their nails and their toes. They're shaking in their boots. They probably couldn't even sleep.
The Cowboys, I guarantee you, they're still mad about what we did to them. They have convinced themselves that shouldn't have happened. It was an accident.
Oh.
So yeah, it's gonna
you
be
could tell they're mad. Look what happened to Dak. His reaction was hilarious.
Wasn't it funny?
Still getting to him.
I wish
whoever that reporter that asked that question, I'll give him a game ball. Even though we didn't play that week, I give him a game ball for that question.
I just wish he would have said, what?
You know?
I mean, I don't know what Dak was mad about. Dak, if he's going to become sensitive, he's going to have a lot of problems because it's going to get worse from here. So,
but he's getting the most pressure when it comes to this game is Dak. He has the most pressure than anyone in both teams. It's a must win for him because if he doesn't win, oh my God, they're gonna light him up, and Jerry Jones is gonna freaking. It's a light switch. If he loses this game, and if he loses in the playoffs against us or whoever, it's lights out for Dak. He's gonna get traded. I guarantee you that.
I think you don't even need to get to the playoffs. If Dak loses this weekend, Jerry Jones, I heard a recording with him. Jerry Jones says, well, you've got to go up against the best to get a measure of how well you're playing. And we believe we're going up against the best this Sunday. So we'll see what happens with it. Jerry's talking like you can tell he's pissed off.
Jerry Jones has more confidence in us being contenders to go to the Super Bowl instead of his own team.
Exactly. He called us the best.
Like what?
I said, I'm listening to that. We're the best? Jerry, you think we're the best? Wow.
No, he knows we're the best. He knows it.
That's interesting.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
2 years in a row, we eliminated them. We sent them home.
They're 3-1. We're 4-0.
And they got the same quarterback. So you think he's gonna have confidence in his own
lost
team?
Zeke. You know,
Yeah.
Pollard is okay. He's good. I don't know if without Zeke they're gonna look as the same. We'll see.
Nah, man, but our team is scary, especially not only what CMC did, but what Brock did. One incomplete pass
Out of 21.
the whole game, and we only punted once that whole game. So
We had first downs and
that could have been a perfect game.
If he went
That
21
was
for 21,
almost a perfect game.
and we didn't punt.
Yeah,
So we had
20
one
for 21, yeah.
Yeah, and CMC said that was his fault on that one miss. At least he said he had to
Yeah,
go back
but
and
no, I
record.
think it
throwaway,
was.
I thought, though. I thought he threw that away. But CMC might have meant that he
I
wasn't
think
in the right place.
Yeah, but you can't get any perfect than that. And
No,
for everybody
I
to be
ain't
saying
complaining
that
about it, yeah.
I need to see more Brock Purdy. Well, you saw it, and there's nothing else you could say about that because his passer rating was over the chart, 95% completions. Is just like who do you know has done that in the last 5 years?
Well, Mahomes might have. If I had to guess, Josh didn't. Dak
With only
hasn't.
one incomplete pass?
I thought you
don't
meant
think
passer
I've
rating.
seen that.
Oh no, you're right. I can't remember any. I don't even remember the last time I even heard that stat. Nobody's won a whole game over 10 or 15 passes and got them all, except for one.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like 20 passes, okay. It's not as much as other quarterbacks. Mahomes will throw like 40 passes in a game, but it doesn't matter. Like we scored in every drive and only punted once.
And the defense got plenty of rest.
So,
exactly. That's the ideal performance. Yeah. And against an opponent that's not that bad.
Yeah, and then I also feel like I was just thinking about the last 4 games that we played, on how we've been talking about them giving the ball to CMC a lot. I just feel that Shanahan is smart because he's not giving much tape to other teams because they're going to expect CMC to get the ball all the time. So there's not much tape about Kittle, Debo, or anyone else getting the ball. So I'm sure he's saving them plays for later in the season or maybe the playoffs.
You think he's that diabolical? I said the same thing the other day when we were talking about the same thing about Shanahan might be setting people up to think he's not going to give the ball to anybody but CMC. But
that's what I'm thinking, and it's working right now. So might as well keep running it, and then later, when the running game's not, if they could stop us from CMC, maybe he's going to open up his playbook and be like, all right, well, that's not working anymore. Now it's time to open up the playbook.
Hey, in fact, he's not going to wait.
I'm just thinking he's tricky.
Look for this to happen. Shanahan's going to air that ball out this weekend.
I'm sure. I have a feeling because of this game, everyone's gonna touch the ball.
Yeah, because they're expecting CMC attack, which is stupid on their part if they are. But Shanahan's gonna throw the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I think he's keeping it secret, with some plays because I'm sure he's gonna use Kittle and Debo.
All in air attack. You're gonna see screens. We're gonna screen them so bad they're gonna be begging us for a run. Got plays. Run the ball once, please.
And one stat that I thought was pretty funny is that did you know that Dak has in these last 4 games he only has 4 touchdowns.
Yes,
and that's how much CMC scored in the last game.
One time we talked about that a few minutes ago.
Dak ain't gonna light nothing up. The the Cowboys defense is the ones we need to worry about,
Yeah.
To see how we do against them. But when it comes to their offense, Dak only has 4 touchdowns.
Nothing to worry about. We got to go, fam. I tell you what, I'm going to see you between now and Friday, maybe, or otherwise definitely on Friday. All right, have that scored.
Okay, for sure, man.
All right, fam.
All right, man.
Appreciate you, sir.
Have a good night, guys.
You too.
Bye.
And the Big Show says, I'm the certified draft king. Somehow I don't think that's Show. He doesn't talk like that. Oh, he does. No, he doesn't. Show never brags about his ability to pick out college players. Hey, Krusty.
Hey, Robert. How's it going?
Krusty, it's doing great, man. Being a 49er fan is so much fun right now. I got to just really embrace these moments. But, Krusty, your assessment of that Cardinal game, anything else you want to talk about positions-wise, the grades that were given out, those who are going to have to stay after school to study some extra classes? And what are you thinking?
Well, like one of the other callers said, I agree with him. We're playing too soft, We're giving up too much stuff. That's why all these grades for the the cornerbacks, Fred Warner, are giving up so many passes because they let everybody catch everything underneath instead of giving up the 1 or 2 long balls during the game. I almost want them to go back and play the same kind of defense they did last year, and just like kill them kill them up front. And that's why our defensive line is not able to get to the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
If we just press them a little bit. Nick and those guys were hitting Josh Dobbs all freaking day long. They had just half a second longer, he would have been sacked. I don't know how many more, a whole bunch more times. It wasn't, the Cardinals weren't that great, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. They're okay, but we don't want to sit there and let Dak dink and dunk against us this week. Freaking get up on the line, make Pollard and make CeeDee Lamb and Gallup and Brandon Cooks beat us.
Okay, but Krusty, the only pushback
don't give them the chance.
True, but the only pushback you can get on an argument is the only time we gave up 20 points was when in L.A., Sean McVay came up with that chicken shit. He came out with that 3 unnecessary points that had nothing to do with the game just to get off the dime and score 20 points. So, that's what's going to happen. People will say, well, you complain about this and then look at the scores you're giving up. It's not, it isn't serious yet. But you wonder how long it's going to last. And I agree with you.
But you're sitting there wondering why we're not getting sacks and stuff. It's because we're allowing them to get the ball out of their hands because they see our pass rush. Our pass rush is making it every time. It's just we have half the time to freaking sack people just like last night. Seahawks sacked Daniel Jones 11 times.
Oh, it was killing me. I was
we would have. Are you kidding me? Even Eric Armstead put out that tweet last night saying, why didn't you hold the ball on just a little longer for us? You gave these guys a career night. Why didn't you got rid of the ball so quickly when you're playing us? What's up with that?
It was fair. Also, they had an extra guy in protecting Daniel, from what I understand. And I didn't pay that much attention during the course of that game against the Giants.
No, but I'm worried about soft coverage and whatnot. Tony Pollard's not as good as he was last year.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
he needed to be the change of pace back. He was good at that, but now that he's the lead back, he's not as good anymore. Yeah. He needed to have Elliott up there up front, beating the lines up just so that he could get going. I just don't see the Cowboys beating us. Not at all. Not with how well we're playing. And even though, some people are saying, like I heard earlier, trade Debo. Debo's probably one of the most physical receivers that in the league. Look what he did to the Giants. How many people did it take to tackle him? Oh. Even the one where he didn't even catch the ball, he flipped that freaking linebacker right over by the goal line, just freaking ran into him and freaking made him do a flip.
I'm not trading Debo.
You can't get rid of that guy because you know what? I know. Yeah. Because, they got Christian McCaffrey, so Christian McCaffrey and Debo are going to be the 2 people that are going to be doing the stuff that they're going to do when they want to get really physical down the stretch. So, Elijah Mitchell and whatnot, he can't even make it through a practice without getting hurt. Just throw Debo back there to leave McCaffrey every once in a while. Even then, what was it, 2 years ago is when we played the Cowboys in the In the playoffs, Debo went up to Kyle Shanahan and said, "Give me the ball. I'm going to go for a touchdown." And then he ran it for like 30 or 40 yards, just freaking threw everybody off of him and ran in. Debo's going to kill him this weekend. That's why he was a decoy this last week. So I think he's going to be okay. I think he could have played all right this last game, but they just used him as a decoy just to make sure that he didn't get hurt any more than he already was. He's going to kill him. You know, he run the ball at Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
keep
he
him on
was
his
playing
heels.
again. Run the ball at Micah Parsons.
Yeah, keep him on his heels.
Exactly. Scare him. You know, do screen passes to Debo. Friggin' hit Ayuk down the stretch. Hit him with the friggin' deep pass first. You know, confuse him and friggin' go with the friggin' deep pass for the first play of the game to Ayuk down the middle or something like that. Because Ayuk's just catching everything that's thrown at his way.
Oh, yeah. So you got that. Those long arms are coming into use now like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Just throw it in his general area. He'll get it.
Yeah.
Just, you know, don't put it. Because who's going to guard Ayuk? Trayvon Diggs couldn't even guard Ayuk.
I mean,
You
Gilmore's
think Stephon Gilmore's going to do it or Bland?
That's why Belichick got rid of him.
Ayuk's going to. Yeah. That's why everybody's gotten rid of him. Everybody's traded him. If he was that great of a quarterback, why has he been on four or five teams in the last few years? You know, he's good. He won the defensive player with Belichick, but then Belichick got rid of him right away.
Yep, and there was a reason for that. And Belichick doesn't get rid of people like that. No.
And their linebackers are crap. No. You know, their middle linebackers aren't that great. Their defensive lines is okay. They're speed rushers though. So McKivitz is the only one that I'm worried about, and the whole right side, I guess.
I know.
Maybe they're going to do what they did with T.J. Watt, and they'll let just put McKivitz out there on Michael by himself and see what happens.
They are.
And just run it on the left side or run it on,
He's not. Well,
so,
you know what? He might
I'm not too worried about it.
On the right. He's never coming to the left side. Why would he? He doesn't want that smoke. I mean, that's just too much on the left. Even from Brindle over, there's just no cakewalk over there. So.
Yeah, and Dak Prescott's not going to do nothing. I don't care if he's mad or not, because him being mad is just a benefit to us.
It is.
He's not going to be able to focus on anything. You know,
if he
like I heard, we haven't beat them. But the last time we played them in the regular season, we lost to them. But that was because I think that was 2020 when everybody was hurt. Jimmy was out, George was out, Bosa had his ACL and everything. I think we lost to them during the regular season last time we played them in the regular season. But when we're ready to go and we're good to go, we beat them every time. And they've played a rookie Brock Purdy who only played 5 games the regular season and 2 playoffs. That was his second playoff game last time they met him. And he's 100 times better than he was when he played them the last time.
He really is,
and CMC got an off season. Yeah. Ayuk's better. Debo's better. Let Kittle go.
We got to stop though, Chris.
I think
I'm loving it, but we got to stop. I think I'm going to see it somewhere between now and Friday, possibly, or otherwise definitely on Friday. Right? We'll continue talking badly about the Cowboys, there's nothing more fun than that.
Yeah.
All right, Chris.
Right.
Have a great night.
All right, Ronbo. Talk to you later.
Appreciate you, fam.
Yeah, you too.
Looking forward to it. And Barack O'Neill says that's definitely not Big Show. He's in 7th place in a 10-man league. No way, Show. Oh, Shanny was smart. Not giving the ball to Debo. Remember, he had a knee and rib problem. Yeah, no, I agree. I didn't want to see Debo. When I saw him get the ball, I was a little concerned. It's time, but there's no need to be chilled out, man, because we're already ruling in high cotton. I almost said for the rest of that. Can't say it on here. Phil, get in here.
All right, Ronbo, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. You know, I tell you, I love this. I wish we'd never leave 2023. This is a great season so far.
So far, so good, huh?
Absolutely. You know, we got some things that need to be cleaned up, but I imagine they will. I've got faith in Coach Wilkes, and I think he knows what he's doing. I think that what we're seeing now not necessarily going to continue.
I think we're playing chess, and they're playing checkers.
Yeah.
Just remember that.
They haven't scored. Nobody scored 20 points except McVay, who went out and forced the issue.
When the time comes, we're going to tighten up the defense and pick them off for pick sixes. Okay. So just remember that.
Wow.
The other thing you want to know is Dallas is 27th against Yak. They don't tackle.
I saw
So
the
what do you
Cardinals.
think
You're
that
right.
fits into our team?
Connor went nuts against them. You're right.
They don't tackle. So
Incapabilities.
Debo and Kittle are going to have a field day this week.
And you didn't mention CMC. That's going to be worse. Just as bad, should I say?
No, CMC is going to be a divergent. They're going to all chase CMC. We're going to throw it to Debo, and he's going to run right through them.
I wish they would do that. I don't want CMC handling the ball any more than necessary anywhere. So,
We've
yes.
got so many weapons that, it's Debo's turn, or it's Kittle's turn, or it's, we just make mincemeat of them. So,
that's it. Put it in the pan and fry it up. Get some cheese,
offense,
melt on top.
I mean, our offense, we had the ball 6 series. 5 of them, we scored touchdowns. and the one time we didn't score a touchdown, I think it was on Kyle. Kyle made a bad call, and we got a sack. And then So when you look at the film, he had a double post and a 7-step drop, and they sacked Purdy. And then Purdy had to make a throw to McCaffrey, and it was just kind of a out pattern. McCaffrey was lined up 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and
that's what Christian said.
He thought it was just a brain fart from Kyle. But other than that, it was a perfect game.
I mean, in baseball, it's a big deal. It's got to be a big deal in football too. In minimum 20 passes. If you go 21 for 21, you need to get an award for that week.
I mean, 20 for 21 doesn't happen very often. So, And
great call, Phil. Great call. But I want to ask Phil one question. What's one thing after losing to us so many times in a row that the Cowboys are going to hone in on this game? That they're going to try to hone in on.
All right, Jack. Let Phil answer.
They're going to rely on their pass rush. They're going to think they can get to Brock and frustrate him. And then Brock's going to do quick passes out to Debo. They can't tackle him. He's gone. That's what's going to happen. And I think Brock showed a few long passes this game just to put it on tape so that Dallas can't suck up to the line of scrimmage, or else Ayuk's going to burn them. So I think their head's spinning right now. What do we cover?
Dan Quinn's seen everything. He worries me, but I don't. You're right.
What was that, Ronbo?
Dan Quinn's he's seen it all, but I think you're right. And I'm not sure if I'm impressed with what Dan Quinn's done this year already anyway. I mean, the defense is pretty much running that game, or running the team.
They've got a lot of fumbles. They've got a lot of turnovers, but the 49ers don't turn the ball over.
No.
So that's, unless, we have a brain fart and turn the ball over, they're not going to win.
We got one.
They're not. Their offense is 16th in the NFL. That's
not good.
Midfield.
And I think you rated him a little high, Phil. 16? I heard 26. Phil, we got one turnover on the season. Is that right?
I know. We don't turn the ball over. Brock doesn't
one.
turn
That's
the ball over.
4 weeks of football, one turnover. That has to be the best in the league.
If we don't turn the ball over, we're winning this game. Period.
Because that's what the Cowboys. That's what they motor on. If you turn the ball over, they'll get you. You'll have to play from behind, and for some reason they can play better then.
Because Dak's not under.
Well, in that case,
Jack,
watch out for number 26, Deron Bland.
Jack
versus everybody. And shout out to Stockton too, Nate Diaz.
Jack, let him talk. Jack, please. All right.
Stop. Who? I never heard of the guy.
All right, go ahead. Phil, go ahead.
Give me a break.
But anyway.
Debo's going to run right through the kid.
Yeah, he's already proven that. There's no human being out there in an open field. I mean, we see Jalen Ramsey. That was my favorite.
To rest Debo. We were able to rest. We used him as a decoy this game. He had maybe 3 carries for runs and he wasn't even hit. So, I mean, Debo's going to be fresh.
Do you really think that was a decoy move, though? Because I thought he was really hurt.
Oh, no doubt about it. They were using him as a decoy.
I guess everybody's going to take their turn doing that.
They were using him as a decoy.
I guess everybody's going to take their turn on that. George has done that a game. McCaffrey will probably never do that, but he could. And now he'd be the best decoy in the game. Everybody thinks the ball's coming to McCaffrey.
I'm telling you, we've got the best wide receivers, the best running back, the best tight end, the best left tackle. I mean,
gotta go, Phil.
And the best quarterback.
Actually, it's true. Stats-wise, there's nobody better.
You look at the stats, and Brock is number 1 in almost every category.
You can't have those kind of games and not be number 1. Nobody's equal in that. Phil, we got to go, though. I tell you what, as I say, I'll see you between now and Friday or Friday.
They want to put a Brock Purdy up there, fathead.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him. We got to win the Super Bowl. I'm not changing that fathead anymore because you know how we are. If he throws an INT or goes in the Super Bowl and we lose, fans are going to blame only the quarterback. So I'm going to wait.
All right. He wins the Super Bowl. You better put a fat head over.
And then I'll be justified, and nobody can give me a lot of crap because they will do it. I mean, people get upset. I mean, why you got him up there? Blah blah blah.
See you Friday.
Yeah. All right.
You see you Friday.
For sure, Friday. Maybe before.
All right,
for sure,
Ronbo.
Friday. All right, fam. Phil, have a great night. Appreciate you.
Guess is in for the game. 55-0 Niners against Dallas. So.
I like that. All right, Phil. Oh, that would be so
All
good.
right, Ronbo. Take care.
You too. Bye, Phil.
All right, man. Bye.
Hey, Frank, get away your fish sandwich.
Ronbo.
Frank, come on in, fam. We're going back and looking at that Cardinal game, and you know the nice thing is, Frank, the Cardinals actually look decent coming into that game. Yeah, he's got to beat up the boys. So I was concerned because I got a little respect for the boys. I'm starting to lose it, but they got past the boys, and in their house, I believe, didn't they beat them in Dallas?
No, that was in Arizona.
It was in Arizona. Anyway, they still beat them in a convincing fashion. So I said, oh, man, y'all got to get ready for this game. And we got ready for it, Frank. Got real ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a division game, so you had a right to be nervous. Arizona had our number. I think Kyle Shanahan had like 2-4 against Arizona.
Every time we play them, it's just pure hell.
Yeah, I know it's a different year, different team, so everything different. We're a different team, they're a different team. But you ain't take no one lightly. So you got to respect your opponent, man.
Better.
So I was this game Sunday though, Dallas definitely gonna come over aggressive.
Yeah.
They're really gonna try to, a lot of blitz packages coming.
Oh, I think they're number 3 in the league.
Yeah, they definitely.
Yeah, they're in the top 5
when
it comes to blitzing.
Yeah, they definitely gonna come. It's just, I know Cal gonna, has some things schemed up, and and try to slow their blitz down. So but they definitely gonna. The number one thing they're gonna take away. They'll try to take away the run game. But they're going to try to,
everybody tries to do that too.
Shut out CMC. Make sure he don't get all. But it's like you said, I agree with Phil on some points about we just too many weapons. But
there is,
it's
way
just
too many.
So the only thing I was laughing at though with Dak though, man,
when they asked me that question. I wasn't really laughing. I just was like,
I
like
was.
Dak, talking about, you know, like you know what I'm saying? It was funny, but I also took it like, you know, so you just gonna make me mad? So son, you know, that's a good thing. I'm
That's what
coming in
really
mad.
made me laugh.
Yeah, but I'm like, you know, that's what I don't like about the Cowboys, man. They talk too much. They don't know how to be humble. You get what I'm saying? Like they America's team. They just feel like,
See,
you know, we that
right
we
there.
can't be beaten.
America's
Like
team.
you know, that's what I don't like. You know, even Michael Pollard, they just talk too much. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't talk.
Oh,
we do our talking on the field.
Ah.
We do our talking on the field. We don't need to talk and go out there and say, you know, oh yeah, we gonna do this to y'all. We see y'all. We gonna do X, Y, and Z. No, we respect y'all. We respect our opponent. We gonna get out there and may the best man win. You know what I'm saying? When we take the field.
And Frank, just to piggyback on that just a second. You know, because here's the thing. Everybody talks about the Cowboys due to the fact that they have the status of America's team. How many people talk about the 49ers like that? I mean, we get a little conversation now because we're one of two undefeated teams. But people talk about the Cowboys when the Cowboys ain't doing a damn thing. And then us, we be doing stuff and don't be talking. We don't talk. 49ers don't be talking. Michael's on the microphone and calling people out all around the league and everything else. Jerry Jones never stops talking. But everybody still loves him. It makes me mad.
Yeah, but I like it like that. I like to be low key on the radar, man. You know, leave us alone. You know what I'm saying? Let us just continue to put that work on the field, man. And let our play speak for us. That's how we talk. We talk on the field. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to tighten up, though, that defense, man. I do want to see a little bit of, you know, our pass rushers getting home, Ronbo. Like
I know I want to see that.
We get there, but they get that ball. They just like every time we get there, they get that ball out quick. And, you know, so we have to put that pressure on that. We have to get there because, you know, if you put the pressure on them, make them nervous.
He gets nervous.
He's going to make a mistake. He's going to go intercept.
They're going to run the ball.
You know, he's going to.
They're going to run the ball. That's why they call it, not the West Coast offense, they call it the Texas offense. And it's similar with the West Coast offense in which Jack is going to be trying to throw a lot of short passes and get the ball out of his hands as quick as possible. Nobody wants to be bothered with the 49ers rush. And that's why we're looking at our rush like it's not that good. No, it's people know better than to stand there trying to hold the ball. How many deep routes you see people throwing against the 49ers this year? Get your neck, arm, everything else broke. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, but see, that gonna try to, you know, he mad, so he might try to come in and overdo it, and that's a good thing, and that may look good, you know. But when you go back and watch when we played them last year in the playoffs, there's a lot of when you watch it, there's a couple of miscommunication on our end when it was a couple of receivers open on Dallas, so I'm quite sure they going back and watching that film. So that's why we got to tighten. We can't have them big plays like we just had against Arizona. You know what I'm saying? Steve Wilkes is doing good for them first 3 weeks until that Bama, whatever the dude, Michael Wilson, came out of nowhere and was just killing Demo. I think who was that? Demo? Yeah, I think Demo was checking him. Yeah, Demo. So we can't have that one.
But still, Frank, ain't nobody got over 20 points. And as I say, Sean McVay just got that 20 up there just because he could. The game was over. And he went out. Kick a field goal. What? Why? Yeah, we're going to kick a field goal. Otherwise, we're going to be like everybody else scoring 16, 17 points.
I hope we keep it like that. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I hope we keep it like that, but we got to definitely just, you know.
It'd be better if we tighten it up. I want to see how good they could be.
We got to tighten it up, man. That secondary's got to tighten it up. Lenore, you know, he tried to do Wilson and burnt him twice, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got to see. You can't have C.D. Lane. I don't know who Lenore going to check. I don't know if he's going to check C.D. Lane on Gallup. He might be on Gallup. So I think Ward might be on C.D. Lane. But, yeah, we just can't have that one, man. We got to, everybody just got to tighten that secondary up a little bit.
And C.D. ain't having that good of a season either, is he? It's interesting how C.D. was tearing up. He got his first touchdown, I believe I was watching the game, against the Patriots.
Just the Patriots. Yeah. I mean, but you know, but they offense really not producing because the defense dominating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the defense got more touchdowns than Dak Prescott. You know what I'm saying? So he don't really have to do much. See, but when we gonna make them work. I already know our game plan. We gonna make them work. We gonna make them work. No, we gonna make them work. We gonna make them work. We gonna make them work. But
They can throw that,
like we just gotta take care of business, man. Yeah, just keep the pressure on them. That's all. Just
picks it off.
Keep the pressure on them. One thing I know with Dak, Dak get frustrated with Ronbo. He make mistakes when you act like you gonna blitz and then you back off. He don't know how to read the coverage. Yeah, if you pay attention to Dak, watch his game.
I do. I watch his eyes.
He don't read that well. So we gonna fake like we gonna all jump up to the line like we gonna blitz Fred Warner and Greenlaw, and then we gonna back off. And he gonna just watch he throw a pick. Watch my words, Ronbo. We come back on Sunday night.
Frank,
watch you say, Frank, you called it.
You did.
Watch you say, Frank, you called it. Watch that Teddy. Watch that Teddy. Watch.
We got to go though, fam. Let me tell you what. Hey, Frank, give a shout out to Mama and her.
Oh yeah, my mom right here. She just asked about Ronbo to have one.
Yeah.
She said, "Hey, Ronbo."
Yeah. My mama's she's a Washington fan, right?
Yeah. She when they lost, man. Philly, you know what? They was close though.
They look tough this year. Anyway, I tell you what, Frank. Let's get back to that fish fry. Fish has always got a fish.
I got you, man. Now right now we eating a little turkey sandwich.
Oh, Frank, no! You must still say the fish must be the side.
Fish sandwich be Sunday. It be Sunday, Ron. I'm bringing fish out.
That's right. What am I thinking, man? Fish is special. All right, fam.
I appreciate you, man. Love you, Ron. Love
thanks,
you,
man.
faithful, man. Everybody have a blessed night. All right.
Night, Frank. And it's time for Jalen to come in Jalen, come on in, man, because we got an excess of trolling Rams fans running around here today. I didn't even see
Ronbo, you can hear me?
I can hear you.
Man, Cardinals, y'all some shit. Rams, y'all are bitch. And the Seahawks threw the ball at the 1 yard line. I'd be pissed. Ronbo.
Hey, Jalen, I just want you to incorporate them Cowboys in your rhyme, too. Because Texas boy thinks he's a resident in here now. But go ahead.
Ronbo, the Cowboys. Yeah, I saw some news earlier about how they were saying Trey Lance could be a
spy?
Like spy.
A source of information.
Yeah, Ronbo, and people in the comment section on Bleacher Report, man, they were going in. They were saying, he could be a spy on the bench. The only thing he knew how to spy was the bench. And they were saying, if he couldn't get the playbook down in San Francisco, what makes you think he's going to know it in Dallas? It was just a whole bunch. It was a whole bunch of people saying stuff.
That's
stuff about him.
That's going to get nasty.
Yeah. It was just a whole bunch of people saying, he only got to play with the starters a certain amount of games, stuff like that. But it was one thing that a commenter did say that I think we can all agree on, and I think that we can separate him from Justin Fields, is we did largely overestimate his athleticism, Ronbo. He's not the athlete that we thought he was going to be at the NFL level.
Yeah.
He isn't. The only thing that's keeping Justin Fields' career alive is the fact that he can make those, boom plays with his legs. I mean, I think Trey's longest run, many times as he ran, I think his longest run was 10 yards, maybe?
Yeah, Trey he ran against the Cardinal game that first year, and that didn't work. He ran a lot that game.
And he wasn't getting nowhere, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
but
Trey's still learning.
Dak, Ronbo, but Ronbo, this is the NFL. They don't send you here to learn. You don't get paid $30 million to learn. I see, Ronbo, that's a problem. Damn, if I can sit on a bench, third string, get paid $30 million to learn, dog.
I'll sit down and get mad when they ask me to play.
$30 million to learn? Wow. Y'all really are saying that he needs to learn? This is the NFL, bro. These people are getting paid millions. No, this is not college. He should have stayed in college, but I'm not going to keep talking about him. But, Ronbo, the Cowboys, honestly, Ronbo, you don't think I sound like Stephen A. when I say this? If they do beat us, they going to feel real confident if they play us in the playoffs, Ronbo. You know how good it's going to feel to beat them? If they feeling confident, if they beat us in the regular season, you know how good it's going to feel to send them home?
I've thought about that. I have. I said maybe
they
it would be a bad thing to lose to the Cowboys.
They're going to go in that playoff game thinking, we got y'all once this season. We figured y'all out.
Yes.
They're going to play us. They're going to be like, Dak, what the hell happened? It's going to be, oh, my God, Ronbo. That'll be, oh, Lord, that'll be hilarious.
But Dak looks like he's man enough to play this weekend. So, they could come in hardcore.
Ronbo,
but yeah.
Dak Prescott has 4 touchdowns this season.
I know.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he ain't. Dak, Dakota rain on who's that call it, be like, rain on me, Prescott. Ronbo, he ain't that guy, dog. And truth be told, let me just put this in perspective. Let me just ask you like this, Ronbo. Dak Prescott was a 4th round pick. People wouldn't call him a bust. But if he was a 1st round pick, Ronbo, you think Dak Prescott would be considered a bust with what he's accomplished?
Question. No, because he came out, he went to the playoffs, I think, in his first year. Him and Zeke was rookie and co-rookie of the year.
But he ain't won no playoff games, Ronbo.
No, but I mean, the thing is, you can't call him a bust because he went too far and won too many games. They've had 2 winning seasons of 11 and 12 wins, or a 12 win season back-to-back with McCarthy. So he can't. He escapes that.
I don't know, Ronbo. A 1st round pick that's won. I mean, they haven't won no playoff games and doesn't show up in big games, Ronbo.
Yeah, well, yeah.
If he was a 1st round pick, if he was like a top 1st round pick,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I'd view his career. I don't know.
Dak's been exposed ever since that all-star offensive line lost people. Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing with Derek Carr, Ronbo. Like, if he was a 1st round pick, would people be, like, for what we took you haven't produced. Like, as far as the team goes. Your single accolades are good, but as far as what you've been able to do for the team, it's nothing.
And that's what matters most. Good point.
Yeah. So, but Ronbo, I remember a couple calls ago, I asked you when was the last time we took a defensive back in the 1st round. Next year, Demo, Travarius Ward, and Ambry Thomas, they're gonna be up for a contract extension. I think we need to draft a cornerback in the 1st round next year, or this upcoming season.
Yeah, but what are we gonna do about offensive line? Because see,
Ronbo,
go ahead.
I was about to say, the odds of you finding another Banks in the 2nd or 3rd round, that's pretty high. But what I've noticed in recent years, Ronbo, corners typically fall in the 1st and early 2nd round. We have to try to jump on that opportunity because we haven't. We have not.
It really is.
Yeah, like with cornerbacks, we have to. It's gonna be rare if you find an elite guy in the 4th, 5th round, Ronbo. You might get like a 5'10" guy that runs like a 4.5.
Yeah.
You really want an elite guy, you got to get a certain like in the 1st round. And Travarius Ward, Ronbo, we got to pay Travarius Ward and Demo. We're not gonna be able to pay both of them with Ayuk and Aaron Banks. Like, that's not gonna be able to be possible.
Ooh, there's so many high
and we got to pay
dollar
Huff too,
contracts.
Ronbo.
And what? Who?
We got to pay Huff too. Hufanga.
Oh, is it his time too?
Yeah, he in his 4th year. Him and Brandon, they both gonna be in. Him and Brandon, I think, came in the same year. They both gonna be in their 5th year next year.
Next year is actually going to be our first cap casualty year. It really is.
Yeah. Well, Robert, like I said, Brock don't have to prove nothing to me. Can you stay up all season? He hit the deep balls. He hasn't had to show that he can move with his legs, but we know that he can extend plays, Ronbo. Like, Ronbo, Brock Purdy, I don't know where we'd be right now if he wasn't here. I honestly don't.
It might not be the same, for sure. But you're right. And what I do like about Brock is he's learned to stay in that pocket so he can see them shots a little better. Because when he was a little nervous, not nervous, but he was jumping out of the pocket too soon sometimes, he was missing some key plays. But now he ain't missing them now. Whoa! We got to go though, fam. We got to go.
Man, we still the kings of the West. Kyler D need a 2-year rest. And GD and Rudy can keep on crying because the 49ers, they going to be the best. Dakota Rain, he still play the same. He got a dumb brain. He throws the ball at the green plane. He can't throw even when it's the same. Dak Prescott, he's lame. He throws like his arms are wrapped with chains.
You keep going on and on with this.
Yeah,
wrapping up, Jalen.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. But we
Dak
gotta go.
ain't good, Robo.
I know. We're going to make him worse than that this weekend. He ain't seen nothing like he's seen in the 49ers. All right, fam. I'll see you Friday. Okay, freeze. You know who's on the phone? Texas boy. I can't imagine. Texas boy, come on in here.
Y'all know what's going to happen on Sunday night. I ain't have to say nothing. Cowboys going to whoop that ass.
You a grown-ass man calling yourself Texas boy? The fuck?
Boo, you can't even whoop your own mama. I want to hear that bullshit.
First of all, y'all ain't playing the backup O-line on the Cowboys, so I don't know why y'all talking.
Oh, wait a minute. This ain't Texas boy. Ain't this marketing pro?
Hell no, this ain't marketing pro.
You guys talking
They trash.
My production says you're really calling from Texas. Texas boy, okay, give me something concrete. Why in the world do you suspect that you're going to come and win this game?
We're going to win because Tony Pollard's healthy. I don't got no excuse. We don't got no star as Zeke running the.
Zeke, it looked like to me like you might need some Zeke.
That's all you got, man. Come on, man. You got a lot of stuff.
Come on, man. You're disappointing us.
When I heard y'all
I
talking
thought
about
you had more than that.
Hey, man.
First of all, how you gonna say it? That's all I got. When y'all talking about
Come on, man. You got one player.
What are you doing?
You got
people
Pick
did
Jackson
last
over
year?
there. Come on,
Y'all
man.
did in the playoffs. Did Purdy score a touchdown? You didn't score a touchdown last year? Purdy didn't do nothing. Y'all won because of defense. Y'all talking about?
You talking about we gonna beat you? That's all you got.
First of all, win a regular season game. When the last time y'all won a regular season game? 2014.
I don't even want to hear that. The only reason
Y'all
you
beat the Cowboys in the regular season since 2014. How you talk about somebody?
Play a good team. When comes Sunday, play a good team, and that's all. And I say if you beat us, then you can come. You playing that half-ass team.
The last caller said, IU going to do something. When the last time IU did anything against the Cowboys? Come on,
man. You been doing something last year.
You didn't watch the game?
1,000 yards last year.
Texas boy, you missed the game last year.
People barely did something last year. What are you talking about?
CD Lamb hasn't done anything, but he only has one touchdown this season. So what are you talking about? I don't worry about your team than anything. I know about your team than you do. So what are you talking about?
That's what did you say? IU never did nothing.
Your whole plan is gonna stop CD Lamb. What y'all talking about? Y'all know y'all ain't crazy. Y'all know y'all ain't gonna win CD Lamb. Weak ass corners y'all got. Weak ass corners y'all got.
So we got Pollard ain't doing shit. He didn't do shit last year. He gonna get like he got hurt last year. I said, Fred Warner going to put him out of commission like he did last year. That's all Pollard finna do. You over there running your mouth like you ain't finna do something. Come on, man. Give me something else.
Texas boy.
You guys got an okay offense. You
Texas
guys
boy,
got a defense, but that offense ain't going to be able to put it with our defense.
Texas boy, we got to go.
And if our defense does this shit,
man, I watched the game. Y'all was winning 21-16 against the Cardinals at halftime. Y'all think the Cowboys scared of y'all? Come on now.
That's his.
Come on now. Y'all ain't destroyed.
He'll tell you, he's over worried about Trey Lance taking his job. That's what he's worried about. I said, watch him play like shit, and watch
Trey Lance
will be your starting quarterback.
Texas boy, you gotta go. You really do. Okay, I thought you had something to offer. Texas boy ain't talking about nothing. Texas boy, get off my phone.
Because I'm so confident we're going to win.
Yeah, you should be. Anyway.
I'm more confident we're going to win prostitute than anything.
All right. Texas boy, it was fun. And just have a good evening and all that stuff. And give my best to Texas.
Mama, don't let your babies
grow up to be Cowboys. Texas boy, get off hang the phone up on him. Texas boy. That took a lot of nerve, though. We were not nice, fam. We were not polite. We should be nice to our neighbor from Texas.
Fuck Dallas.
But hey, Ellis, come on in. Oh, God, that's hilarious. How many years we've been trying to get Texas boy to call in here? Always on the chat talking major trash, and then he called in.
Man. Yeah. He grew up here, a temporary pair, huh?
And got beat to death. My God, that was vicious. And asked the question, when's the last time Ayuk did anything against the Cowboys? That's amazing that he even asked that question. Trayvon was trailing.
Let me get my Rolodex. I got a list of shit. We got a whole list of things that we can run down.
Okay. Anyway, let's get back to serious football. Ellis, now, after going to the grades
we rather
with
him
the
come in
Cardinals,
than Rudy. That was fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Rather him come in than Rudy.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, shout out to the faithful for coming through, and that was what we call a pack out. When you get packed out, that's when you get jumped and beat down. He just got packed out right now. Okay.
He's still reported back into the chat.
He's about to give medical. Well, he's getting medical attention. Somebody's manning his keyboard right now because he just got stumped out.
Anyway, right. So Ellis, the Texas boy brought up a very funny point. We led 21-16 against the Cardinals at half. Are you concerned about that? Now, coming from Texas boy, I don't know why he thought that was a good point to make, but how many points did they finally score? That was it, right? Yeah. We came from behind and took the lead and then stopped playing with them. That was what happened. That's true. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, your feelings. Any further feelings? And some of the grades I was a little concerned about in our secondary, which is a sore spot for a lot of us.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we need to be – I feel like we need to get more pressure on the defensive line. We're not getting enough sacks this year. I know we had I think the first game was like the most sacks we've had so far this season in a game, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was like 3 from Drake Jackson.
Yeah, Drake
I believe.
First game, and they've been seen since. Yeah. And
then it's just he's been kind of MIA in the entire defensive line. I think Nick finally just got his first one last game, or if I'm not mistaken, the game before. So I mean, if we can get some more sacks and applies, I mean, the pressure is kind of there, but unfortunately, it does come down to also us not getting those holding calls. I mean, if you're watching just the defensive and our defensive line against the offensive line, the holding is, it's like
happens so quick the ref can't even see it. He pretends like
it's like out of this world. You know what I mean? Like the referees are either looking downfield, they're like in the second level and in the third of the defense. They're not paying attention to the first level where the holding is actually going on, because I know that is a lot of the reason why our guys are getting there. But even with that, it's like we still should be having some more pressure going on to take a little bit of the edge off of our secondary. But I don't know, man. I saw the rumor about Jason Verrett maybe
coming back. I know he was working out a couple weeks ago or last week.
Yeah. So hopefully, I mean, I know that's a long shot, but I still would love to give him an opportunity if he's, ready to go. And, I mean, hell, I don't know, man. I'm not opposed to the Patrick Surtain acquisition, but I know he's going to be looking for a payday. And, because he's getting to that point, contract-wise, he's still on it. I think this might be.
Isn't he a first stringer? Patrick Surtain has a fifth-year option.
He's a first-round pick, too.
Yeah, yeah. And he's only been in the league for 2 years. This is his third year, ain't it? I think.
Well, I don't know if that's going to be good for us to, to acquire him. There's some other, I think, positions that we can, probably try to get some guys for. DJ Reed, I would, give the Jets. I don't think they would give up DJ Reed, but I would give him a fourth round, or a player. Shit, give him.
He should have never left.
I hate to say that. Give him Elijah Mitchell in the 4th or 5th round, man.
You ain't gonna get anybody else. We ain't gonna get nothing for Elijah Mitchell. Elijah Mitchell's probably gonna be waived next year.
Yeah,
That's
this is it, man. This yeah. I mean, I had high hopes for him even coming out the draft. When I heard we got him, I'm like, oh, this is a steal. And he was looking excellent his rookie season.
Yeah.
But damn, it seemed like once he got one injury, it was like dominoes. You know what I mean? Just like falling all.
Ellis, you know what though? At the defense, we're going to see the same kind of offense from every team. Every team knows to get the ball out quick. Don't worry about where it goes. Just get it out your hand. And it's been falling into place on occasion. When we give up over 20 points one game, I think that's when the alarm is going to go off. But between now and then, the 49ers, we're going to still see that same defense.
Say that again, Bo. My bad.
I was saying the word on playing the 49ers for every offense is get rid of the ball quick. Don't care where it goes. Just get it out of your hands. And it's been falling into hands of the team that's throwing the ball. We're going to see that same offense until it doesn't work. When we give up 20 points, that's when the alarm is going to go off in San Francisco, I'm pretty sure. Because we're not giving up over 17, 18 points. Sean McVay's little silly little move because he was embarrassed. That wasn't really a 20-point game. The Rams scored 17 points. That's it. That field goal with a couple seconds left was just comedy. So,
yeah.
So as long as we're not giving up any points.
Yeah, we have to make sure that, as far as the game planning, we need to what is this? This is the third or fourth meeting. Thanks, man. This is the third or fourth meeting with the fourth with what the hell is his name again? The defensive coordinator, Kyle's old buddy from Atlanta.
Dan Quinn.
Dan. So, I heard what you were saying earlier about, it's kind of good that he's, just been running Christian because it's a setup for them to just plan on completely taking out Christian McCaffrey, and then in turn it's going to open up every other offensive weapon that we have on a team that's going to be, unstoppable. So I'm anxious to see what he plans on doing, but that's good though if Kyle is playing like that for that reason. I mean, it's dangerous, I'll say, because you're putting Christian at risk. I mean, he's one play away. One move, one wrong hit. I mean, guys start taking guys out at the knees. You see what happened to Nick Chubb. I mean, I don't know if you saw his injury in slow motion.
I don't want to see it again.
I mean, god damn. You know what I'm saying? I do not want to see that happen. When you got somebody trying to hold you down and drag you down, and then someone come and just, hit your legs, inward like that, and just take the whole, take the whole knee. Yeah, like, come on, man. That's the type of shit that I'm worried about, bro.
And if that happens, boy, it'll take an hour to clear that field. The fighting will be, that'll be crazy. That game may be ended because look what you just did. You killed our running back, and that was a cheap shot hit. And now y'all got to pay. And now here you got two teams empty the bench. And Kyle probably there throwing blows too. I could see it. Oh, that would get ugly.
Well, yeah, but then he would also have to try and summon some magic powers of his own and become an invisible man, because people are going to be wanting to knock his ass down for running,
trying to do what he did
Christian so damn much. You know what I mean? Like, come on, Kyle.
I just hope there's nobody thinking like that anymore. Because come on, man. Else we got to go. And look forward to seeing you this weekend. Maybe before.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, fam. Thank you for the platform.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. It's my pleasure. Shout out to that squad too.
Thank you, fam. I appreciate it. Shout out to the faithful, man. Shout out to everybody coming in here, man. That was live right there. We couldn't hear nothing. We couldn't identify anything that was being said, but we knew that somebody was getting stomped out verbally. Anyway, like, subscribe, man. You know where you're at. Peace and love.
Back at you, fam. Night, Ellis. Okay, fam, listen, we have another Cowboy fan, but Austin is a nice guy. He doesn't run around the chat trolling. So let's see what he has to say. Austin, come on in.
What's up, Ronbo?
Austin.
It's 49ers week, baby.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Austin, I think that, Austin, your feelings on this game that's coming up between the 49ers and Cowboys. And Austin, remember, earlier in the season we were talking about it's going to be an epic matchup. Do you still feel the same?
Yes, I still feel like the 49ers Cowboys, this is going to have long-term implications either way you look at it for both sides, for the 49ers and our side of the perspective, because more than likely the winner of this game might have the number one seed in the NFC, and the road to the Super Bowl in Las Vegas could go through either Santa Clara or come through Jerry World, depending on who wins this game Sunday. Although it is concerning, Ronbo. Y'all bring up some great points. Your offense scares me, especially now that Trayvon Diggs is not there. Oh, boy. I could see Ayuk or Debo having a day because Gilmore, he does his best, but he's getting up there in age, and y'all just seem to getting better and better, and your defense is nothing to scoff at either. It's very interesting.
Well, I will say this, though. Micah Parsons and that frontline pass rush you got, that intimidates me a lot. So, it's almost a stalemate when it comes to comparing those two positions. Our ability to take down passes and your ability to go after the quarterback. It's, whoever wins that one that day is probably going to do well. And also, nobody's talking about the Eagles. In fact, they're dropping in the power rankings. What do you think about the Eagles? Because I was concerned about the Eagles to a small degree. But you guys, when do you play the Eagles?
So we play the Eagles. We play the Eagles week 7 and week 14.
Yeah.
So we got some time.
Yeah, it's the 49ers, it's the Cowboys, and the Eagles. This is the series between the three teams that everybody's going to be watching and choosing. Detroit sneaking in and making people believe that they really are serious. The Hawks, I'm not going to take the Hawks serious like everybody says you should. But they did put up a good show this past. I think the Hawks beat the Lions, didn't they? Okay, let me back up on that. The Hawks are probably involved to some degree. Pete Carroll is one of the best coaches in the planet, and he does have that team playing. They're the only team that's in rebuild mode and is still winning. That is amazing.
Yes. And the thing about it is, Ronbo, is the Hawks always play you close, just kind of like the Commanders do with us. It's like, oh, the Commanders are rebuilding. Oh, this is going to be a cakewalk. And then you look and it's like 21-20.
In the fourth
you just
quarter.
hang on and really get that. And it's like, what the heck happened, guys? They're supposed to be rebuilding. They're not here yet.
Division game?
Look at the Cardinals, Robert. They beat us down, and then they gave you a game. And it's like, holy moly.
Actually, that was the best game the 49ers have had this year because the Steelers I was kind of surprised by that. And the Giants, no surprise there. The Giants play very foolish football. You don't blitz a team all game long and expect anything. If it doesn't work early on, it's not going to work. They kept on doing it. And and then the Cardinals. Who else do we play? Cardinals, Steelers. Rams. I forgot about the cartoon Rams. The Rams game was a good game. But you know what? One thing about the 49ers, they seem to make it look like teams. The Rams look like they were going to win. The Cardinals look like they could stay with us. We're still making some adjustments on defense because it doesn't look like domination until the fourth quarter score comes out. But there was a lot of activity by the other team. We'll see with your team. You're offensively, on paper, the best of the teams we played.
Yeah. And Ronbo, y'all brought this up many times, which I agree. If we get a couple turnovers on Brock Purdy or turn you over and we go up 10-0, Dan Quinn's going to let the dogs loose, and it's going to be all heck breaking out.
Yeah, no,
it's going to be.
That's what the Cowboys have done well so far. If you Cowboys get you down, then they'll bury you. We'll see, Austin.
Yeah,
should be fun. In case I don't see you Friday, you want to give a score as to what's going to happen in this game?
Yes, I've got the 49ers 31, Cowboys 17. I think you win by 2 scores.
Okay. Well, Austin, all right. We'll see. I'll see you between now and this weekend or after this weekend. All right.
Yep.
There you go.
Thank you, Ronbo. Go Cowboys. Off on the saddle I go. Hopefully we win Sunday, though.
All right. Good night, Austin. See, Texas boy, you can learn from Austin. If you be rude, you get treated rude. See, we're not a bunch of mean, vicious, impolite people. But you come in here, you're running around the chat, you're talking. I mean, it smells bad, like poo-poo, every time you come in. And then you come on the phone, and I didn't expect you to do that, and you got beat up. See how we treated Austin? Hey, area code 650. Six 650. Hope he's not from Texas, and he might be scared.
Was that for me?
Are you 650? Come on in. What?
Yeah, 0197, bro.
Yeah, is that your? What is your name?
Ant Ortiz, Mr. Irrelevant.
Oh, you Mr. Irrelevant? Hi, Mr. Irrelevant. He says I'll travel to Texas.
Oh, just get my
to poop on Jerry Jones'
I feel
grave.
so bad. I feel so bad. I'm sorry. I probably missed my turn.
Look, are you 650? No, it is your turn. Go ahead. Because we had.
Yeah, no, I know. Of course. I have a lot to say. I got some Cowboys talk. I got some Rams talk. I got some Raiders talk, dude.
Well, go ahead, get loose.
All right, let's go. Rams fan, RSR, you need to keep your stuff out of our fan page. All right? Jim Everett, keep your stuff out of our page. I'm talking to you too, dog. All right?
Mr. Irrelevant, go ahead. He was just getting started. Okay. Mr. Irrelevant, we lost you somehow. Cocoa Puff. Is he back? Okay. Cocoa Puff says Cowboys don't play that good on real grass. Yeah, where have they played? Well, they played in Mental. Yeah, that's funny, huh? They've had 2 blowouts and both. Area code 805. Hello.
What's good, Ronbo?
Who is this?
My name. Hey, I'm Drip. I'm Drip in your chat. I don't know if you see me on there. I'm always on the live chat.
You said Drip, DRIP?
Yeah, Drip. 805.
All right. No, I'm going to put your name down so we don't have to go by an area code from now on. Drip, come on in, man.
Yeah.
What's on your mind here? We're talking about the Cardinal game.
Hey, man, I'm over these Cowboys fans, Ronbo. They be talking real spicy lately.
They've always done that. They've always done that. You know?
Can you believe they said that we have not been a good team all year when they lost to the sorry-ass Cardinals?
Hey, and let's not forget they started the season off with the Giants on them scooping scores all afternoon. And who else did they beat up on? The Patriots. They ran the Patriots off the field. I believe the Patriots probably don't beat people anyway. So, I don't know how they come up with those statements. You know what, Drip? The Cowboys have always talked like this. This is why a lot of us who go back in the day where the Cowboys was building their teams in order to beat the 49ers, there's still a lot of hostility. You know?
Man, I just feel like Bill Belichick needs to retire, man. After Tom Brady left, he should have retired. I just feel bad for Bill Belichick, man.
He might.
Mac Jones is trash. I don't know why they still have him on that team.
He doesn't have any choice. They've tried a couple other quarterbacks. One of them was doing okay last year. He's somewhere else now.
I'm just glad we don't have Jimmy Garoppolo starting on the team, man. I'm just glad about that, man.
Yeah,
I was on that train. I'm sorry, Ronbo. I didn't really believe in Jimmy G, and I also was not on
the Brock train.
On the
You
what?
know, because I thought
Which
he
one?
was gonna be. I thought he wasn't gonna be a good player after that injury when he went down versus the Eagles.
Who went to?
I thought he was gonna
Brock.
turn out to
Oh,
be.
you weren't a Brock
Yeah,
fan either?
Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Nah, I was kind of like doubting Brock Purdy, man. But now I'm like, you know, I kind of changed. I got to eat my crow, man. You know, I've been seeing the good stuff now.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. You got to take a full body of work. A lot of people see a player have a few bad plays, maybe a game or two here that ain't perfect. There is no quarterback that's going to do that for you. Rodgers has had bad games. Brady had a few bad games. So for those of us looking for perfection on every week, even Brock's going to have a something go wrong here and there now and then. It's just not. It depends on how you feel about the quarterback in general, and then you'll start to make assessments that probably are not really fair. A lot of people do that, so it's nothing unusual. So now Brock's won you over, but see, you can't switch as soon as he makes a mistake because it's going to happen, you know?
Nah, I've been through the dark days with the Niners ever since we had Alex Smith. I know how to stick around, you know?
The Smith had a good.
It's not like
Harbaugh
like
gave
some
us.
fans are saying being on the bandwagon. It's just like we've been
Yes,
through
I wasn't
so
going to
much
use that
bad
word.
quarterback play. You know, we've been through so much bad quarterback play in San Francisco. We've been starving to get a franchise guy, you know? We've been wanting that guy.
Maybe Brock's it, you know. But then again, Jimmy was it when he first came too. Remember? That's what I'm saying. You got to take the good with the bad and know if the quarterback's got the quality, you stick with him. The 49ers don't want to pay any money though. I'm worried about Brock. If we win the Super Bowl this year, we got a problem. Why? Because the 49ers will start thinking, okay, well, we're not renewing his contract. We'll give a little bit more now, but we're going to be looking for another quarterback. I think they're serious about that plan.
Yeah, I believe that too. But I think this matchup is going to go down to Kyle Shanahan versus Dan Quinn and then McCarthy versus Steve Wilkes defense. That's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, true.
And then what really gets me nervous is when Steve Wilkes, I hope he don't put Andrew Thomas back there covering, man. I hated seeing that. Oh, my gosh, man.
He has great days and he has bad days, but you're never going to get one or the other all the time. I'd rather Ambry, if you're going to be bad, be really bad so we can make a decision. All of a sudden, Ambry will make a great play. And, now what? Okay, he's getting better. No, Ambry, you got beat on that play. Why did you do that? You know better. He leaves his fundamentals sometimes in the garbage. I don't know what he's thinking. And he's fast.
Man, I just got mad because we didn't keep Jameson or that other corner that we lost. What's his name? Q Knight? Because all I heard all training camp, all I heard all during training camp that Aubrey Thomas kept getting burned in training camp, and these corners were out playing him.
Really? Because
and I can't believe we let those guys go.
Actually, Ambry was you heard he was getting good grades also then. Ambry was looking like he was coming back into form. You know, I don't know. We probably should jump to conclusion on that one game, though. That's what I'm saying. We sometimes jump too quickly to conclusion. Ambry had a bad game this past week, but he might be just great next week. Did you notice also Isaiah Oliver had an average game, but the week before he was really good. So it's not going to be the same all the time.
Yeah, I like Oliver since he was in Colorado. I always wanted us to get him when he was playing with Colorado. I thought we were going to draft him, but I'm glad that he's with the team. I know there's a lot of Niner fans that don't really trust Oliver.
Yeah,
but I think he's a good, solid player. I believe he's good, man.
Got good size, too, for that slot. I like him there. Oh, well, tell you what, fam.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to Drip, let me see you. And Friday will be back and bring your score with you for this Cowboys game, okay?
Oh, for sure. My prediction will be 33 49ers, Cowboys 20. That's my prediction.
Drip down to 33-20. All right, fam. I'll see you this weekend anyway.
You have a good night.
You too, Drip.
All right, bye-bye.
Hey, Thomas.
What's up, Ronbo?
Thomas, man, we're sitting here looking at this Cardinal game, making assessments about it. I think everything was really awesome as far as offensively. There's some questions on defense. Actually, Thomas, there's a lot of questions on defense about the 49ers. But Thomas, it makes me laugh. When I think about it, why are we questioning it? The 49ers haven't given up 20 points yet, except for that clown in L.A., Sean McVay, who saw he wasn't about to score 20 points. And you could see on his face, he knew he was being childish, and he called his man to kick 3 points, so it'd be 20. So
being petty.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he just in his feelings.
Mm-hmm. So what are you thinking about that?
Yeah, because he hasn't been able to beat us in 4 years. So
yeah,
in his
more than
feelings.
that actually. It's been 6. He beat us one time in 6 years.
Oh yeah, that's true. Shout out to everybody though who jumped on Texas Boy. Texas Boy really, he had me fooled too. He sounded like marketing slow too.
Didn't
I thought this was marketing slow before you said it. I was like, dude, these retards sound the same. Ronbo, we're gonna win because we're stupid.
Marketing, bro. No, but production told me they got 2 different area codes. So it actually wasn't Marketing Pro.
Surprising. They both sound like they have 2 brain cells.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Go ahead, Thomas.
No, I was thinking about it after this last game. Because everybody was giving Dobbs the respect that I think he deserves. He looked good against us.
He did.
And he did well against. Actually, he's done well in just about every game so far. But against us, what he was doing was taking exactly what the defense was giving him.
Which is a good.
And after I was thinking about it a little bit more, did you see how many times just a split second later, if he held on to that ball, he would got smacked so many times by Nick Bosa and the rest of the defensive line.
Yes.
And I'm thinking to myself, we are just and I was just thinking to myself, we are just so close to getting so many sacks. What's the difference from this year compared to last year? I know we have a new defensive coordinator, but something I was thinking about is Steve Wilkes. He's got these corners, and everybody's complained about it, including myself so far. He's got these corners playing off too much. So what Dobbs and other quarterbacks have been doing is just taking what the defense gives them and just throwing everything underneath. So they get the ball out of their hand extremely fast.
Yep.
We need the corners to play up a little bit more to get the excuse me. Yeah, we need the quarterbacks to hang on to the ball just a split second later so our defensive line can get there. And that's what's kind of driving me crazy right now. I wish Wilkes would have the corners play up more. And if they do, I think then we'll see the defensive line start to produce more.
I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear somebody ask him that question and see what he says. It's being addressed by everybody but him.
Yeah, because the opposing coaches aren't stupid. They know if we're protecting the deep part of the field and we don't want you going over top of us, then they're just going to tell their quarterback throw it underneath.
Well,
and,
underneath
get
them
rid
all
of
the way
ball.
down the field. Yeah.
Exactly. And I don't know if you saw after Daniel Jones getting sacked, was it like 10 times against Seattle?
11.
Eric Armstead, 11. Eric Armstead tweeted him saying, I'm disappointed in you. Why'd you get rid of the ball so quickly against us? But you held on to it all night against, Seattle. But
I know that was I just heard about that tweet.
Yeah, because Seattle's corners were playing in a tighter coverage, so their defensive line and other players could get to him quicker. Against us, our corners are playing off, so Daniel Jones is just dumping it off quickly. He doesn't want to get hit by us, but we got to improve that our pass coverage so the defensive line can get there quicker.
Well, you know what, Thomas? If I had to bet, I'd say at some point soon, Wilkes sees this. The guy's he's not stupid. He's been around too long. But I think they're going to adjust to that, and I'm sure Fred Warner and company has probably talked to him. I understand he's open to conversation about what they do. I don't see it lasting all season like that, and it's not going to be feasible to carry on like that the whole season. We're going to hit the wrong teams. You can't play a team like the Dolphins. Who else is a strike quick with a lot of lethal weapons? Anyway, you can't play against teams that got really fast guys because they'll take it to the house on you.
Yes, exactly. And the one game this year in particular that was driving me crazy was the Rams because we could not get to Stafford all game until Fred Warner finally got to him at the end. And all this talk about when we got Steve Wilkes about how he likes to dial up these blitzes, I haven't seen very much of it, but when he did do it, it worked. Stafford finally got thrown off his rhythm. So if I think there's a game where we need to dial up the blitzes a little bit more, it needs to be this game so we can get Dak uncomfortable.
I bet you it is. I would bet money on it, Thomas. He's been saving it for the teams that it was most necessary to do it to, and Dak's going down.
Yeah, I hope we blitz the hell out of him and freaking put his ass 6 feet under. I'm so sick and tired of the Cowboys. But Dak is over there, acting all buddy-buddy with Trey, like, please tell me everything you know. I got to beat this team so you don't take my job next year.
I'll take you to dinner. I know you like to eat.
You can come live with me, Trey. But, no, one player I wanted to point out was Isaiah Oliver. Like you said, he had a so-so game this week. Not bad, but so far I haven't seen, from what we all saw during the preseason, he did not look the part. And so far he hasn't done bad at all. And what I like about him is his physicality. When he brings it, he's hitting players hard. And there was one player in particular against this last game where the running back went out for a screen and he dropped it, but just before he dropped it, he came flying in there like he was about to freaking bury this dude. I mean,
his whole body. I know you're talking about. It didn't even look like he was angled right, but his body was just a hurling projectile. I've never seen that before. Yeah. It looked like he was doing a cart. His body was in such of a position. The hell? That's Oliver. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, so I'm pleased with him so far. I just think we need to get our corners to play up a little more often, maybe dive up a couple extra blitzes, and we will see the sacks start to pile up, but it definitely hasn't been enough thus far.
Pressures, I think we're pretty much ranked pretty high as far as pressures go. Quarterbacks are under serious pressure, and you can see it clearly too, Thomas. Quarterbacks getting rid of that ball as fast as they can. Like Eric Armstead had to ask him.
Oh, yeah.
You got rid of the ball pretty fast today, didn't you? So,
Yeah, the pressures are up there, but, I want to see them finish.
I want to see the sack, too.
We need those.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't want to see another team driving 99 yards on us.
Yeah, I know. That's
disheartening.
And
I was going to say about the offense.
Real quick, because we're going to run out of time.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, we're going to run out of time. Thomas, can I get you to get back in here Friday and hold that thought? All right. Appreciate you, Thomas. Have a great
Ronbo.
while. All right, fam.
All right,
have a great night.
Have a good night, sir.
Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye.
You too. Oh, we got Mr. Irrelevant on the phone. Was that the same Mr. Irrelevant? No, who's Mr. Irrelevant? That was the other guy. Was a different guy.
Yes, me. I called in. I lost the charger.
You had some things. You already started on it. You had said a few things about some Rams people. Go ahead.
No, we have the Rams fans, in here. They love our chat. They're on 95.7 the game and all that. They're all in the chats and all that. They love to talk their talk,
Because they're standing high tit now, and they know it. And this is the only way. They're shouting down from the basement up into the house.
And they love their Puka and their Nuka. And who else? Their Koopa and all that,
And Dime staff.
They love their wide receivers who had a good couple weeks, I mean, it's nice for them, I enjoy it for them, it's a nice little competition, I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
But I don't think
is good, I
don't think they're anywhere close.
Yeah.
But we have Cowboys this week, and we have Cowgirls in the chats as well. It's fun.
Yeah.
We have Trey Lance over there that they think that they're giving up the tells of the Niners. Yeah. They're giving up the tells of Kyle Shanahan and all that. And I don't think it's really happening. I don't think Lance is really doing it.
Well, he's giving them as much as he can. Will it help them is the thing.
I don't know. Maybe so. But this defense, man, this defense is it's up there with those Willises, those Bowmans, those Goldsons, those Whitners, those Hittners, and all that. Those guys are some beasts over there.
Yeah.
And I think Fred is a great quarterback for that defense. And as much as Brock Purdy is delivering and all that, I think Fred Warner has his defense solidified.
No, he does.
And those guys are some dogs over there.
Yeah. We'll
And
never struggle
I
with
think
that.
come Sunday
toughness.
night, and I think come against Eagles, once we go in their house and all that, I think we're fighting for home field advantage. And I think once that home field advantage comes here, back to the Bay Area this year, come January, I think those guys are going to have a rude awakening for them once they come touch our turf a little bit, right?
Yeah, because if everything runs through Santa Clara and the Cowboys got to come to, they don't want to come back twice.
No. So I think we got it. I think we got the rest of the season. I don't want to be too confident, but I think these guys with Brock Purdy, especially Ronnie Bell. I mean, I don't want to shout his name too much because I kind of want to keep on the down low and stuff. You know, I would like Brandon Ayuk and Debo to get some rest. Same thing with Third and Juwan. But I think that dude over there out of Michigan, Ronnie Bell, could be a solid little sneaky X factor for us. Very sneaky.
Yeah, he can play, and he can
And
play
he's
better
gonna
than
do some damage for us too.
Because somebody said he wasn't that fast. Well, for a person that's not that fast, he sure can get open. Bell, maybe, you know what? He's one of those quick guys. He may not have straight line speed, but if you're trying to cover him, good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like the little slot play and all that, and all that little good stuff. I think he could do it.
Yeah.
You know, he has good hands, and like I said, with like RDBs and all that, it's like I don't want to say don't sell out too much on Patrick Surtain. Don't really shoot for a big corner or anything like that. You know, once come playoff times, you know, that's kind of been the whole big scenario for the 49ers come defense in the big games and whatnot, the big plays.
Yeah, are you saying
deep and all that? You know, we have Ponga out there, but I think we should.
Fam, are you saying
really
you don't
hold down?
Are you saying you don't like Surtain?
I don't want to give up too much for him. I mean, that's
see.
what I think. I don't want to give up too much for him. You know, he has a contract year coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, the 49ers are not.
And I don't think that.
I can't imagine doing that. Yeah, because we got too many contracts we got to sign next year.
We have our first rounds coming up, and you know what? And if BA was to walk, you know, and if he has a good contract offer on the table, you know, like I don't want to be the guy that says, "Hey, let's move up and do that stuff again," like we did with Lance. But maybe one extra draft pick for Marvin Harrison Jr. out of Ohio State. You know, if BA was to walk, you know, move up, back up into that top 5, top 3 pick. You know, and again, maybe re-solidify Debo in that offense and put Marvin Harrison Jr. up over there. If BA was to walk, I would love to have BA stay with the team, you know?
Yeah, because you know, it takes a while to get up to speed. A lot of what we're seeing with the 49ers offense looking so good right now, it takes time for the continuity they built. All the guys that are looking so good now have been with Shanahan for a while. Which is why Brock Purdy's transition at that position has been made a lot smoother. Whether he's a rookie or not, but he's got skills, which you do have to have as a quarterback. But what we're seeing is maturity all around him, perfect timing. He is as good as he is. There's nothing can stop the 49ers offense now. Nothing.
And I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I agree. And if we were going to keep on going along with this for the next few years, and we're going to have a great team, we're going to have a great defense and all that. But, you know, we have our wide receivers who get in the doghouse with Shanahan, you know? So imagine
running backs too.
Young wide receiver coming out of Ohio State, you know, a big top dog coming into college offense. That's going to be a little tough for him to swallow. You know,
hey,
big
also,
pill.
that running back, I mean, that wide receiver out of Ohio State, does he like to block? Because college receivers don't do that a lot. But does he block? Because this is prerequisite 1 with Shanahan. You could be Randy Moss or Jerry Rice, but if you can't block, you're not playing on my team.
Exactly. That's right. So, you know, I mean, it's a team game, so you're definitely correct, Ronbo. You're definitely correct.
Kyle, he's rough about that.
So we will see what happens. But I do appreciate your time today. You know, I do appreciate the call. I mean, I love the platform. I love what you do for the Niners Empire, not nation. Niners Empire.
Get people straight on that. Mr. Melvin, appreciate that. All right.
I appreciate you, Ronbo, and I appreciate the guys in the back. I appreciate everything. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you. And we love having you. See you Friday. Hope you got some time. All right.
Thank you.
Well, it's a big show. Ooh, it's a big show on tonight. Joe.
That was beautiful. Just as beautiful as watching Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison Sr. go off with each other, and that is the exact pedigree that Marvin Harrison Jr. comes from. Is his dad.
But give me something about Marvin Harrison. As
Ronbo,
Mr. Relevant
if you're
likes
worried
him.
about him not being able to acclimate to Kyle Shanahan's offense day one, you were gravely wrong.
Mistaken?
He would be mistaken. He would be an immediate impact on day one. That's how good he is.
Well, you know, but our position in the draft. Show how high in the draft. How high in the draft he's going to get picked? Do you think he's going to pick in the first top 10?
He's definitely going to be top 10. Absolutely.
Yeah, we're not going to be finishing top 10. We're going to have to trade up and show. Listen, and I know you and I have had these kind of discussions before, but wide receivers in the first round.
But Marvin Harrison Jr. is an exception.
And so is what's his name over in Cincinnati?
Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Devontae
There's been a few.
Smith, Justin
Since we had that
Jefferson.
discussion a few years ago, there has been a few people that did just fine. Okay, so we can get over that and trade up.
Absolutely. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the San Francisco 49ers.
Go right ahead.
Shout out to Casey. The key things to look out for in this game coming up Sunday night is what the Dallas Cowboys are going to do, and that's take off the head of the snake, Christian McCaffrey, who is the head on the snake of the San Francisco 49ers. That's a key thing to look out for. They're going to make Brock Purdy throw with this arm, and that's their prerogative.
Okay, so this
game coming up.
That actually showed that ideally would work for the 49ers. Now, Ayuk and Debo and Kittle are going to go nuts. If you're going to spend all your resources
Hopefully.
on stopping McCaffrey, Brock's pretty sharp.
Because McCaffrey's been 100% of our offense these past 4 games. Let's be real.
No.
Which is why he's been
MVP.
talked about as the MVP of the league, not Brock Purdy.
Well, Brock's got to pay dues, and you know a lot of people, even you, I bet you don't believe Brock Purdy yet either. See, that's the thing.
No, I need to see a full season.
Right,
I need to
that's what
see
I'm
him
saying.
come from behind.
Yeah,
I need to see him without Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey has been this MVP of the 49ers, and he's even being talked about MVP of the league. And without Christian McCaffrey, we know we would not be who we are right now. Let's be real.
No, I said this last year. I said, McCaffrey is
So you want to
the
see Brock
ignition
without
switch.
any weapons, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I missed that too. But anyway, McCaffrey ignites any offense. You know what? So we played the Panthers. The Panthers could not do a thing. But one guy busted a move on the 49ers, went down the field, highlight reel. I said, I told you guys, McCaffrey.
We would not be scoring 30 points a game without Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, well, that's for sure. It would be it would be less 7 at least.
And I'm here to say tonight that he's going to be the MVP of the league this year.
If he
hands
can just
down.
stay healthy.
He's going to be Offensive Player of the Year this year. He's going to win MVP of the league this year, and I'm very confident in that. Because Brock still has a lot of growing to do. A lot. He's 23 years old.
True, but the nice thing is
he's doing his job, which is great. He's efficient, which is great, and I appreciate. And I still need to see a lot more before I crown him anything.
You won't see him suffer, though, because the nice thing about it, he's surrounded by henchmen, and they'll protect him at all times. No matter what Brock does, even if he makes a small mistake, you got guys that can cover it up out there. Some of those catches that Ayuk made, those are good catches that a lot of receivers might have not made. But, he's going to look good.
Justin Jefferson would have made those catches.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's the kind of guy
would
we're
have made those
talking about.
catches.
But the thing is, while he's growing, while he's surrounded by these guys, he's growing. So by next year, my God, Brock Purdy he might be mentioned in a few years in the same breath with Montana and Young. I'll tell you,
Let's not go that far. Come on.
I'll tell you,
let's not go that far.
Maybe, show, because he's learning. While he's learning, he's being protected and cushioned with some of the best ball players in the game. And now when he grows, all of a sudden he breaks out. Hey, I know everything there is to know, man. I still got my weapons. Let's go. We could win more than one Super Bowl within the next 5 years.
And while we're talking about the Cowboys tonight, there's one thing I would like to thank Trent Baalke for, and that is not letting Chip Kelly draft Dak Prescott.
Oh, I forgot about that. That was on his mind.
Exactly. Yeah, Chip wanted Dak really bad, and Trent Baalke put a stop to that. There's actually two more things I would also like to thank him for.
That. I remember that.
That's also drafting Eric Armstead and drafting DeForest Buckner. Those are two really good moves he made that I am thankful for. And
Jimmy
the third
Ward,
move
too,
that I'm thankful
after
for
he
is
stopped getting hurt.
Yeah, after you stop getting hurt. And the third one is obviously, like I said, not drafting Dak Prescott. Putting a stop to that. Those are three things he did right.
Yeah. No, I agree. Because Dak came into the Cowboys, who had one of the legendary offensive lines. He was not him and Zeke. Remember that year? They were MVP, rookies of the year, co-rookie of the year, and rookie of the year. I said, okay, but I want to see him play behind another offensive line besides that one. That offensive line did all the work he needed. I want to see. And sure enough, we found out later.
So, yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to say tonight is market Christian McCaffrey. He's going to be the league MVP. He's the top dog right now. He's plus 200, so over Justin Jefferson and Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek, I forgot about him. Christian, Tyreek's Justin.
It's going to be between him and Tyreek Hill, I think.
Yeah, because
Tyreek is going off, man. Like, that dude is an animal.
No, but
cheetah for a reason.
McCaffrey's a Swiss Army knife, though. He's so much more functional. He can do so many different things. So, you got to give it to McCaffrey just for that reason alone. We'll find out.
He's more versatile than Tyreek Hill, but Tyreek Hill, oh my goodness.
No, I don't.
He is electric.
I've already told you I don't want to see them.
I fear him.
Yeah. Come on, Allen. You can do it. Come on, Josh.
I know. Josh Allen or Joe Burrow would be ideal.
Exactly. Bills or Bengals, exactly. I want nothing to do with McDaniel and the Dolphins. Anyway, all right, Pam. I'll
and
see
careful,
you Friday.
Careful, Jalen. Don't criticize Trey because some people on here are still got their feelings wrapped up in him. So be careful. But shout out to Jalen and shout out to everyone. Y'all take care.
All
right.
You too, Sean. Yeah. Oh, it's time for Latino Heat. Latino Heat. Latino Heat. Latino Heat.
What's happening?
Man, we sitting there going on that Cardinal game, and Texas boy, as you know, came in here because you was all over that ass. And the Cowboys. This is going to have to be that kind of week. I should have seen this coming. And Texas boy, I was shocked that he even called in here.
I would have let him talk, but when he just said, you just never done anything, and Tony Pollard's him, I'm like, at least Austin came in a little more. If I didn't say nothing to Austin, I was like, let me see what he has to say.
Austin is polite.
I'm like, he made more sense. I'm like, you know what, dude? You're just talking nonsense. You just want to be heard on here. You have no real voice. I'm like, no, that has to be shut down quick. You're just talking out of your ass. Yeah, if you just said, no, it's going to be a good game, maybe you pull it off this and that. I said, okay, I would have gave him a little more respect than that. You guys have done anything. You guys barely beat the Cardinals. I'm like, how you see? The Cardinals just ran all over you guys.
I know, right? If you use an example,
like, okay,
right? You say anything but that.
That was a horrible example, dude. You could at least use the Giants.
Yes.
Or at least we ran through the Giants. But you got to look at their wins. Their wins are coming off, very busted ass teams that are barely doing anything. I was like, come on now.
I mean, the
you
Patriots
guys don't even
ain't nobody, and they're trying to figure out what they're going to do. And the Giants, they just paid Daniel Jones without Saquon Barkley. That team is dead meat.
And the other thing, the only reason they're in these games is because their defense. That is not putting up no 30 points with Pollard. I'm like, no, they're barely putting up points. Like I said, yeah, we got McCaffrey, but at least Purdy and McCaffrey are both putting up the points.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Well, Ayuk,
it's
the
not
other
our
man he doesn't like.
It's not our. I'm just saying. You look at their offense. You look at ours. Our offense is putting up the points, not our defense. Our defense is not helping us keep in the game. Their special teams in defense too.
Mm-hmm.
If they have one really shit game, Dak is not. If Dak is really behind, that offense is not going to be able to bring them back, no matter what situation. Of course, we haven't been there yet, but we have a lot of weapons where, you know what, if we're behind, I know we can come back. Everybody knows we can come back.
We fell behind the Cardinals for a few minutes. Didn't take long, though.
So, like I said, I said, if you have a logical reason, I would have let Chicago know. You just want to talk to things, we're just going to run over you guys. I mean, no, it doesn't work like that. You have to have a lot of reasons why you think you're going to beat us. I'm like, we play the same teams they played. There's nothing different. So I'm like, dude, come on, you got a lot of reasons. If you want to say you want to show out, let me know why. Don't just say, because Ayuk sucks. So I'm like, no, Ayuk is one of the best top receivers right now in the league. So I'm like, no, that's just not it. I'm like, no. And they talk about Pollard's finna run all over us. I'm like, no, Pollard hasn't run over anybody yet. So I want to see that. McCaffrey, he's been running all over the last 4 teams we played. He's been running all over there. Everybody we played. So, yeah, no, the show has a point. If it wasn't for, like I said, with McCaffrey, we would run all over people. So, show has a point. If it wasn't for McCaffrey, some of these points we wouldn't put up. But,
That's right. McCaffrey's wearing a 49er uniform. I always hate when people say that kind of thing. If y'all didn't have, you know what? We do. So, either
it doesn't matter. If we didn't have this, we wouldn't have that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It was just go with Tom Brady wasn't on the Patriots, they would have won all the Super Bowls. So Belichick would have had paid, So what the hell does it matter? They're on their team. Somebody got them. Somebody picked them up. Somebody gave them up. So we have them. We're winning with them.
You know what? The only quarterback can say, Patrick Mahomes, I wonder, Tyreek Hill left, though. But I wonder, has it always been Travis Kelce?
It's always Travis Kelce. If you stop Travis Kelce, the Chiefs are crap. I'm sorry to say. Yes, they had Tyreek Hill at one point, but their offense is predicated on Kelce and Mahomes. If them two are not connected with one another to the hip, they're not going to win them games. Yeah. You didn't see it last year when the Raiders had shut down Kelce for a minute, and all of a sudden, this man scores 4 touchdowns and beats the Raiders. So that's their offense. You actually know their offense. With us, you may slow down McCaffrey, but then you still got to worry about Debo. You still got to worry about Ayuk. So we don't just have one offense.
Kittle yet. And this could be his week.
Exactly. So, Kittle's still showing a little bit of light. It takes some time. I think he's still helping the block. I think you always see when Kittle goes off. Kittle goes off mid-season, end of the season, around playoff time. That's when Kittle starts shining.
So he can take
you always see that. I was like, I started really. I'm like, Kittle hasn't done anything. I'm like, you know what? Kittle doesn't go off until mid-end of the season. So
yeah, we should be glad he's taking it easy.
We still have one more weapon on there, and he's finna go off in a minute. It's just a little time. I see Santa is not releasing him yet, not letting him go all crazy yet. He's waiting for that because he's worried about once you stop McCaffrey, we got Debo. Once you stop Debo, we got Ayuk. So it's just a matter of time before all our weapons are loose.
And third and Juwan ain't going to stay hurt all year. It just goes on and on with the 49ers.
So it's just a matter of time before our whole team starts. And you look at our defense, it's a little slow start. I think it's taking time with them to really just it's just a new defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
They're trying to get used to them. They're trying to get used to the calls. Wilkes is trying to see what works and what doesn't work. Sometimes it's irritating. They let the middle get open and they're running out. But I think by the end by mid-season, they'll be a lot ready, and all them teams will not be able to do what they're doing now. It's all taking time.
We gave up 20 points a game yet, So that's why
exactly.
I
that's
ain't
the other
scared,
thing.
Except for Sean McVay with his little poop butt, But otherwise,
I don't
16, 17 points. That's it.
I don't see with that offense. I do not see the Cowboys breaking 20. I'd be really, really shocked. For them to do that we done had a broken coverage or something.
Or something.
I just honestly don't see the Cowboys breaking 20 points because not one team has done it yet. And the one that came close is the Rams. Nobody's done it yet.
And McVay did that with a second left to go just not to get embarrassed. He was all up in his feelings. So that's fine. So, you know, yeah.
Like I said, I'm not worried about the Cowboys.
Video, always a pleasure. We going to go and see you Friday. Give you a chance to think about that score. But you never give me a score anyway. Well, every now and then you give a score, though. Yeah, well, you think about it between now and Friday.
To me, I honestly think we'll win by 10. You know, it'll be a closer game just because, but, you know, and I'll think about it more.
All right. Video.
All right, you have a good night. All right.
Two, fam. Night.
Right.
Hey, Bethel. Y'all better hope the Cowboys don't score those red zone fields. See, you can.
No, they're not.
No. Here's the thing. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to an apologist. Texas boy is saying y'all better hope. Texas boy, you better hope that you can't score in the red zone. The Cowboys are one of the worst teams in the league in the red zone. I mean, the worst.
If I'm not mistaken, their defense and special teams have 4 touchdowns.
Yep. That's
the same touchdowns as Dak Prescott.
Yes.
That's embarrassing. But Purdy has more touchdowns than that.
Oh, well, Brock's got a lot more than a lot of people. But Bethel, it gets worse. What's his name? Richardson? Yeah. Name some other quarterbacks around the league that have no business playing better than Dak. And there's a couple of them that are rookies, and there's a couple others. I think even over.
There's one in Texas, actually.
That's the one I'm talking about.
The rookie?
Yes. And also, doesn't Mac Jones have more? Mac Jones, too, I think. So, you know. But it's Bethel, the fear is don't let Dak do any more than he usually does. Now, he cannot get 2 or 3 touchdowns against the 49ers because that will be shame. Oh, we'll be embarrassed. Ooh, because all year long, that sorry he had 4 touchdowns in 4 weeks, and we let him get loose today. It ain't going to happen. I ain't worried about that. This is one thing I'm confident about, though.
Yeah, because I'm hearing about a lot about people crying about the defense, but if I remember right, didn't a lot of people were saying that the offense supposed to outplay the defense, and now they are? Now people are crying about the defense not doing their job? You can't have both ways.
No, I bet you can, though. The defense is not playing as bad as people are saying. Yeah. When you keep every team you play less than 20 points, and you know what, the Rams, I'm going to say the same thing about the Rams game. That was less than 20 points. So when you keep every team right around that same area, it's not to be cried about. A lot of teams wish they were doing that.
Yeah, and then I seen a little tweet that it's kind of funny. You guys actually talked about it. That it said,
Eric Armstead.
We beat the worst team in the NFL, and they had the little picture in the bottom with the Dallas Cowboys losing to the worst team in the NFL. And he was a Dallas Cowboys fan. I'm all like, why are you saying that if yours is a lot worse? Mm-hmm. You lost to them, and we did it.
I don't get it. We have the JSR, 200 rushing yards before the half by the Cards, LOL. But they didn't
because that's a rival of ours.
Well, you know what, Bethel? Actually, we do need to get a little sharper against the run. Every now and then, and I think it has something to do with Steve Wilks being new and the guys getting used to what he likes to do. But we're giving up more run yards than usual, though.
Yeah, he's just, learning, and, we got to give him some time.
Well, it's our guys that are learning. They got to learn what he's trying to teach them or whatever he's trying to teach them. Yeah.
Yeah, so, that will, takes time. It's like
our offense. You know, it took some time, but you know, we're getting 30 a game. So, and then plus Brock is breaking a lot of records. Like McCaffrey. McCaffrey's breaking a lot of records.
I know. And it's bothering Debo and George. They want to get some too. They didn't say that. I'm just making that up. But Debo and George, they used to be the team, right? Offensively. And now Brock and his sidekick, Christian McCaffrey, have lost their minds out there. I love it.
Yeah, it just our team, is not like, the Eagles receiver where even though they're winning, he's, always there throwing a fit because he's not getting his touches. You don't see our receivers doing that.
Hey, have the Eagles receivers doing that?
Yeah, he did it. Not this game, but the other game.
Which one?
Where they were winning.
How about the bigger one? The bigger one or the smaller one?
I think it was
It could be the Bama guy from this game. I can't because he's only.
Oh, it was number 11, the one that they got from the trade.
Traded for, yeah. I could see. Okay, and his name slips my mind too. Anyway,
it was with the Titans.
Yeah, he's been around for a while, so he probably feels like he has a right to cry for the ball. But Dak, that offensive coordinator is a different guy, so Dak is not allowed to run around like he used to and look for people way downfield, which is really interesting why they take away from the strings. That's how a team gets ruined. A coach comes in and ruins things. You should let Jalen do what he does. What Jalen's doing now is not him. So the Rams might beat him this weekend, Bethel. They might.
Oh, that'll be lovely because then our division is actually kicking their ass, except for the Giants that beat up on the Cardinals, but basically our division is. The funny part is that our division has the same wins and losses as their division.
Mm-hmm.
We have all the tied numbers, so I wonder how that's gonna work out, Lee.
Because I just realized the Rams and the Hawks are still winning. That's right. I thought the Commanders were winning
the Hawks are 3-1. The Rams are 2-2.
That's right. The Hawks only lost once.
Yes. So the game when we play them, we're gonna have to. It depends. We're gonna have to win, so they could have a division loss. Because they only lost to the Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, we got to root for the Rams. Can you imagine? Beth, we got to go though. I'll be looking for you Friday, and we could really start cutting up on the Cowboys. We ain't talked about Texas boy. You can call in. You can call in Friday too, Texas boy. I'll see Bethel. I'll see you Friday.
All right, Rumble. Hit the like and let's go Niners.
There you go. Night, Bethel. Always appreciate you. Hey, Casey.
Ronbo.
Casey.
What's shaking, man?
It's been fun tonight. Very, very. You would figure when we play the Cowboys that something would all hell would break loose. I didn't see this coming tonight, though. And Texas boy, I didn't think he had a nerve. He's been talking for years. Yeah, y'all won't let me call in. We've been begging Texas boy to call in for 2, maybe 3 years, and he got through tonight. I couldn't even restore order. Casey, go ahead and say it. Rumble, I'm not here to talk about Texas boy.
Rumble, I'm not here to talk about Big Show or Texas boy or Seattle boy, any of these people that don't have a Ronbo Sports and have to call in here. In poker, when everything's going your way, there's a word for it. You call it stress-free poker.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the 49ers achieved with Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey versus the Cardinals the other day.
I mean, I've never felt so confident about our team. I mean, we got no problems, no worries. Offensively, there's nobody that's going to stop us.
There's nothing. Yeah, they look like they're clearly the best team in the NFL right now.
Finally.
And shout out to Josh Dobbs, man, because he had a pretty good game against a tough team. But I'm not here to talk about Josh Dobbs. I'm here to talk about
I knew I was wondering where you're going to do
Brock
that.
Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, and the San Francisco 49ers, who are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Barring any
there's
weird
no one
injuries,
in their way.
I don't know who's going to stop
exactly.
them.
It's funny how like Christian and Brock are almost like competing with like each other for MVP. You know what I mean? Like they are just so crisp, man. It's gonna take a small miracle for the Niners to not win the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like
I don't see anybody in the AFC that's
their
scary.
year. You know.
And Casey, do you worry about Debo and George? The only thing I worry about Debo and George is, guys, Brock, could you and Christian, can Debo play? You know, George doesn't mind, but Debo wants to play.
Yeah,
I feel like
good point. Because George is happy just doing whatever.
And George
is
doesn't
going
care.
to play rock, paper,
George
scissors.
just wants to win. Do whatever it does to take the win.
Well, George has a great life,
get touches.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a great wife. He's always injuring his groin. You know, George is set, you know. And
Every year, George.
I said, damn it, Claire, stay away from that man. All right. So, you know, Ronbo, they really had to respect Ayuk in this last game. And they did.
You're going to have to every week.
Purdy said, you guys want to do that? And Purdy attacked and took advantage of what the Cardinals gave him. And, man, the Cardinals just were.
Casey, call it
right now.
They
had a lot to account for.
You mentioned Ayuk. How many times is he going to get loose this weekend? Ayuk scores twice. Trayvon Diggs is the best guy they got, and Trayvon was running behind.
I just think
in Ayuk's vapor trail, and now,
I think the way this offense is set up now is that whatever Purdy wants to do, they're going to do it. Whatever Purdy sees, because there were plays in the game where you could see that like Purdy adjusted to like what happened in the drive before, and now he was doing this, and like they're firing on all cylinders because they have to. The defense has to respect Ayuk now. Defense has to respect.
Have to.
I mean, they even threw when they were in the red zone, they threw juice on a corner post or something like that, and they even had to follow juice. I mean,
you're going to run out of players. There's not enough people.
Yeah. I mean, what are they gonna do? They're gonna stop Ayuk or Christian or Debo or George or Juice or
you have to remember all the names. And how about this? Remember last year when Trent Williams went out for a pass? Let's do that too.
I don't remember that. But
he did. They sent him out on one play. I don't think it worked, or did it? But I remember they sent him out on one play.
I always thought they should just make him a running back. You know.
Oh my God! Because he's got that kind of. He can do it.
Give Trent the ball. You know,
did you see him on those run
Trent,
blocks?
The offensive line, man.
Oh.
Yeah, and you know, Burford had a great game, and Colton had a great game. The whole offensive line had a great game. That was
but Colton only made one mistake. But you figure Michael's going to be thinking, I can't wait to play. I'm going to go across the right side all day, and y'all ain't going to be doing a damn thing about it. Oh, Michael, you know, we have ways. Since you already know he's coming, he's going to get met. I'm looking forward to it, actually.
I just wish they had Brunskill. I wish they had my boy Kowalski still. You know, I wish they had a few people still on this team, man.
I do miss him.
Yeah.
What team is he playing for?
Browns? I don't know. I forget.
I think you might be right.
I forget. Browns or Bengals or something like that.
You know, there's a game I'm concerned about. The Browns' defense is scary. I mean, they look like.
Rumbo, I'm not here to talk about Brunskill. It hurts. It hurts to say that, Rumbo. I am here to talk about Brunskill.
Brunskill, I miss him too. Case used to pick on Brunskill with affection every week. Yeah, what was that you used to always say? It was so hilarious. What has Brunskill ever done? What was it?
Oh,
What was that?
Does Brunskill do anything great? No.
Yeah, that was He's Daniel Brunskill. That's all he needs to be. In fact, he will go down in memory as being a guy that actually on several different occasions, he usually schemed him up, but Aaron Donald does not like playing against Daniel Brunskill.
It's so funny because, number one, Dan Brunskill is a great football player. Number two, you're never going to hear Dan interviewed or like get a chance to address the comments. And the way the guy said it was like, I mean, does Brunskill do anything great? No. Like he didn't. It's like he had no idea that Brunskill was just owning Aaron Donald for years. Like,
I just realized.
Anyway,
you're right. Brunskill's never done an interview.
Exactly, because he's the offensive line. Like, so when people talk shit about the offensive line,
Well,
it's
they
just
used
like
to- they used to talk to Mike
it's just a waste of
McGlinchey.
time. Like,
It's not McGlinchey. And they used to also talk to Joe Staley. Who else?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true, that's true.
Trent Williams. They talk to him all the time.
that's true, but you know what I mean. Like, they don't
Yeah, I
score
know, yeah.
points. Like, it's just
You're average guys.
It's just a.
I think they
yeah,
tried to talk
it's selfless.
to Banks one time, but Banks isn't real good in interviews. So
Yeah.
Anyway.
Or you got to be like that guy from Miami, and you got to like punch a player to get in.
Yeah. Well, my favorite guy. I was
Incognito.
Yeah, Richie.
I know you did, Ronbo. You always.
I would, Richie would like. I give him a separate place in the locker room, way off in an area somewhere. I don't want anybody bothering or collaborating with him, but I want him on my team. Richie Cognito headbutt a guy one time in a game. I said,
You got to feed him with a stick or something like that.
That takes. You headbutt and got caught, and he wasn't bothered. We got a case. We got to go. Richie Cognito. I'll see you. I'll see you Friday. And good luck with your bets, because I know you got them all lined up.
Fans in the chat. All these Ram fans.
They always
ain't got no Ronbo sports, man. Who are these guys? Lion fans. They ain't got no Ronbo sports.
They're waiting for us
All
to
right, man.
fall so they can come in. This is why, upon succeeding this year, they got no place to go, because the only thing they're in here for, all right, 49ers, you guys messed up this time. That's what they're waiting for. See? That's fine. Nothing to talk about this
Hey, Ronbo, did you see that quote from Jerry Jones? It's like he's already admitted defeat. I think Dak Prescott gets fired after next week, man.
Wouldn't that be hilarious? Trey takes over immediately. Jason, we got to go. I'll see you Friday.
All right, bud. All right, Ronbo. Have a blessed night. Thank you, man.
You too, fam. Hey, Steven.
What's up, Ronbo?
Steven, man, we're just having a great time here. You know, winning brings on such a party atmosphere. That's what. Oh God. Even the chat has gotten really a comedy zone. You know, and Steven, this is why this year, upon winning the Super Bowl, all these residents, uninvited, never pay the rent. What we call those people that move into houses when it's vacant. And an owner never notices until he comes over and sees all the debris all over the house. Anyway, that's them, you know. We won't have them next year. Wouldn't that be weird? Super Bowl champion 49ers, and now where's ready to go and Jimmy Everett and all those GD and all those comedians that bothered us for years. Don't you miss them? Steven, we didn't start the clock on you while I'm carrying on, by the way. Steven, come on in here. What do you got? What do you want to talk about tonight?
Well, I mean, the fact that the Cowboys don't have Trayvon Diggs, Michael Parsons is probably the only thing they really got. Stephon Gilmore is only one guy. The fact that we got Debo coming back, Juwan Jennings coming back off of injury, Feliciano's coming back off of pressure protocol. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I didn't know how he was doing. The last report I read is he was still working on his shin. But go ahead.
No, he's good.
Okay.
He's ready for Sunday, that's for
All
sure.
right. You know
And
what?
then,
Even if he wasn't, he was going to play. I bet you everybody on the roster wants to play this Sunday.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
You can walk out there.
There is one thing though that does bug me, and it was stated earlier about Steve Wilkes playing off-man coverage, and I have to agree. Yeah, that's a big problem, and that's something that I've been, kind of noticing, is that the NFL has completely stepped away from man coverage and went completely zone coverage. There is nobody who is willing to do that job at playing man-to-man on the outside. Nobody. Yeah. And Ambry Thomas is one of those people who, if you're lucky, he can do great in zone. But if you're not, and he's off his game, they're going to go to him every single time.
You think so? Ambry, but Steven, he's not consistently good or bad. That's the thing about him. It depends on what day you catch him on.
No, he's 50-50 throughout the entire season. He's either half good, half really bad. And
one or the other.
It's like, man, dude, like a good example would be the Cardinals game. How many times did he get torched? Almost every time. No, was that Demo or was that
Demo finished the game? Ambry started, I think, and got smoked, and then he brought Demo back over to the edge because Demo shuttles in and out with Isaiah Oliver. I think I saw him in this slot a few times.
Well, yeah, I mean, we gotta find, or if we're gonna draft a corner, we gotta find someone who can do man coverage, and then find someone undrafted that we can pick up for zone coverage and just alternate it, because no corner, and I guarantee this, no corner can do both. The only person that was ever able to do one or the other was Prime.
Yeah.
And be really good at it. And, it's unfortunate because, like I said, the entire NFL has completely strayed away from man, which sucks because, it makes for an exciting game.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, whatever.
Good quarterbacks will smoke. And like you're saying, not many cornerbacks are good at both. And the least thing they are good at is usually man coverage, because if a good athlete is on a wide receiver, he's going to smoke that guy. So you put him in zone coverage and he's got help, and it just makes it all around safer. So you're not – but I wish they'd have a hybrid where you would at times. If I have a defender that has a talent, let him do it.
Exactly. Like let him play. So let him play man to man. Let him get aggressive with the receiver, because, I mean, I'll be real with you. The league is kind of soft in terms of that.
Yep.
They're soft in that area, but I gotta say, Ronbo, it's just gonna be. I think it's gonna be a great game. I think the 49ers should come out on top, and I mean should, meaning the primary word.
Well, just don't turn the ball over, because they can't keep up with you otherwise. That's how they get.
No, they can't.
Yeah.
Our offense is way too strong, and our defense, for lack of a better word, is good. I wouldn't say it's as good as last season, where we had.
Give it time.
I mean, I really hope they step it up, so that when we go to Philly, we serve that ass a good ass whooping.
Hey, that will be the game you're fully satisfied, because whatever they're working on and tweaking, it'll be tweaked by then.
Yeah, that's the game I want them to be like, yeah, we're going to shut you out. We're going to roll right through you, and there's nothing you're going to do to stop us.
God, we can shut out.
That game, the NFCG, was such an unfair advantage through and through, and that's the crazy part. Texas boy don't understand that. It was unfair from the jump for the 49ers going into the playoffs. We were not supposed to beat the Cowboys, and we were not supposed to advance past them. We weren't even supposed to be in the NFCG.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank.
Yep.
We weren't even supposed to be that far into the season. Yet there they were.
Yeah. And if not for breaking Brock's arm, we may have also been in the SB. I don't think the defense was about to let Jalen get I just don't think he was going to get loose that day at all.
No, I think what's going to happen is Huff is going to get a little ballsy, and he's going to be up in that face, especially after what happened with him and Connor. I think he's got some extra.
I bet he's still pissed off about that. Just grabbed his face and shoved him. Oh, I know that made him mad. Oh, that would have burnt me up.
I mean,
Flames would have been
punched him
coming out
right
of
through
my
his
helmet.
goddamn helmet.
Oh, what did you do? Are you crazy? Oh, my God. Woo! Man.
I know damn well. If Trent was right there, that helmet would have came right off.
I know.
Trent does not play that shit at all.
Williams, he does not break fights up. He gets involved.
I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. This is one thing I really enjoy watching is these deep ball passes to Brandon Ayuk.
Right there something?
These deep ball passes towards Juwan. These deep ball passes towards Debo. If I'm a betting man and I'm Kyle, if I was in his position, I'd be like, okay, all right, you guys don't have Trayvon Diggs. You guys only have Micah Parsons. Stephon Gilmore is only one human. He's only on one side. You know what? I'm going to utilize everything. I'm going to use Kittle. I'm going to use Debo, Ayuk, and just go ham. And use CMC sparingly.
Set it up
I'm
first.
going to use him sparingly.
And then get it done. Because pretty much all these shots have been set up. Because you've seen our guys one-on-one on people and busting zones up and things like that. They're unexpected because Christian McCaffrey, again, Christian McCaffrey is what sets everything up because when he starts running the ball, he just wreaks havoc through a defense. They just cannot bring him down.
He doesn't run hard. Here's the crazy part. He runs
real quick.
He runs good, but he doesn't run hard the way Jordan Mason does. If you look at Mason and how he runs like he's about to try to run through a car. He looks like he's trying to run through something. McCaffrey's like, okay, I'm gonna finesse my way through you, and then I'm gonna take off, and that's it.
It's amazing. We gotta go, fam. I'm gonna tell you what. I'll see you Friday. Bring that score, and you and Rome have a great night.
You too, Ronbo.
Thanks, fam. And the big show says this team is in position to shop for a luxury item for offense, aka another weapon for Purdy, like they did in 2019 for Jimmy, for Sanders. Imagine Marquise Brown runs a 4-3. Show we don't really need Kyle Vice. Show we need another offensive weapon. We have weapons right now that aren't even being used. I asked one question a minute ago. I don't know. I worry about Debo and George not getting any touches. Big Show also says you wouldn't have to give up a first for Marquise. Cardinals are rebuilding, and I would inquire about him. He's young and fast, something we need. So I wish you show me though how is he? We're going to incorporate him. No, I'm not giving any assets up for him. I can't agree with that. Bill, thanks for that contribution though. Big Bill.
I need to address some things. Can you hear me, Ronbo?
I can hear you.
I'm telling you, the Cowboy fans out here are getting petty because they know the L is coming.
Yes.
They know the L is coming, and it's just so sad. I can't put a specific person out on blast. That was some low ball stuff today, yo. I know you're a Cowboy fan and Texas boy. I missed that one.
Oh, it was
epic.
Oh
My goodness.
Epic beatdown.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to run back and before I can make a comment on that. Just so you know, Texas boy, it's coming when I get a chance to listen. I'll put it like this. You clown Cowboy fans, just nothing. I mean, if you get lucky, you get lucky, but then know that you'll be eliminated. I mean, it's just playoffs. I mean, playoffs, you're going home. So whether you win or lose this game in playoffs, you're going home. That's just your tradition, Cowboy fans. You're going home. You're not going anywhere. So, yeah, lay it all. We want you to lay it all on the table this Sunday. It needs to be laid all on the table so that the Niners know what they're going to be dealing with in the playoffs. This is a playoff game. I'm calling it. Eagles, man, come on now. Eagles, please, okay? All right. You guys, won one ring, and they're trying to say you won two? Did they win one?
Is that with the Eagles?
Yeah.
No, the Eagles have at least two that I know of.
No. Where's the second one from? The only one I've seen them beat was the Patriots.
Yeah. What year was that? It was a few. Oh, I can't remember.
80, they lost to the Raiders.
I could have sworn.
And then they lost to the Patriots. And
Only
then they
one,
lost
Ronbo.
to the Chiefs. Yeah. Yeah, one. That's what I was thinking, one. Thank you for correcting. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. I don't really want to argue. I definitely don't want to be right. That the Eagles have only won one is hilarious.
They're one and done like the Seattle Seahawks. So, come on.
And by the way, put the Rams in that conversation too, because the Rams just recently got off the schneid with one. So the Rams got one, and they got two now. Took them 23 years.
The two column.
Yeah. But every few minutes, when's the last time you guys won a modern day Super Bowl? Oh, God. Really?
And,
no.
And they got how many? Please don't even get. Before you can even talk, you've got to be at 5 or above.
At least get
5
3 or 4.
The ones that can talk are the ones called the Steelers and the Pastries. And we whipped the Steelers, and the Patriots are in trouble. So don't worry.
Bill, you know what?
Ready to go. The Niners are going to get 6.
Bill, I hate to tell you
7.
this, but you have to mention the Cowboys in that same sentence. Oh, God, I know you hate to do it. I do too.
Cowboys?
Yeah,
Actually, we don't have to.
Because
you
don't have to, but I'm just saying. Part of the elite of the NFL does include them boys. 5 us, 5 them, 6 Patriots, 6 Steelers. That's the best teams in NFL history.
Bowl since 96.
Who?
96, I think.
Who?
And the Niners been there twice. And was Rob, please, okay.
I mean Super Bowls. Yeah. Well, yeah, we've attended a couple more, but we didn't come out winning. 2 times, in fact.
We've attended. Yeah, they haven't even attended one.
Well, then
they haven't even attended.
Yeah, okay.
They haven't attended the Super Bowl.
A notch above them, yes. Well, I always said that. I'm just saying as far as accumulative Super Bowls, yeah, they got 5. Damn it. But you know what, Bill? We helped them. I mean, they went and got players from our team. God. Dion went over there and helped them out. Charles Haley went over there and helped them out. Charles Haley goes over and visits them, the Cowboys, in the summertime. He never visits us. Because Jerry Rice is still hanging around over near the 49er facility. He hates Jerry Rice. I think he still does.
Worry. Let Dion and let them go over there and hang out and Jerry World. He's probably paying them for dinner and paying them for the visit. So it is
flying them
is,
over in the private jet.
They got to advertise that fake star, which is just a rating. It's a rating. It's not a star. It's a rating, Ronbo.
That's why I've always loved T.O. You see, that's why when people ask me, man, why do you like T.O.? I like T.O. because he disrespected the Cowboys. And that was the biggest thing you could do to disrespect the Cowboys. Clowning on that star. I got such a rush out of that. Cowboys are still mad about that.
Oh, man. You guys, Texas boy, you should call your grandma and have her put in some Shirley Temple. And the last time they went to the Super Bowl in '96, you might meet your cheerleader. I think the last time that you guys won a Super Bowl, I think they're your grandma's age, ain't they, Texas boy? Ain't the cheerleader your grandma's age? All right. Anyways, I don't even want to get into that one.
Billy.
By the way, happy birthday, Grandma, to the Cowboy. Happy birthday, Grandma Cowboy. Anyways, give me a Niners shout out, and don't get petty, Cowgirl fans. You just getting an L. See you Friday. Give me a Niners shout out. I got more.
Night, Bill.
Yeah. Remember, it's just a rating. It's not a star.
Let your babies grow up to be Cowboys. Big Show also says you can incorporate Brown in the slot. I agree, But I need to put George in the slot. Juwan. I don't know. They are probably going to do something at the half, though, because the 49ers are going to want to get something that's going to get them right over the top. Maybe. I guess, Show. You might be right. I don't know. I don't think the Cardinals would be willing to give him up, though. They'd be foolish. Area code is 209. Hello.
Ronbo, this is me, JT.
JT. Hey, JT. Good to hear from you again.
Hey, Ronbo, what's going on? What's going on, Ronbo? How you doing?
Well, being a 49er fan, just living life and loving every minute of it. There's something about the 49ers being successful. It's just a wonderful thing. Your food tastes
Can
better.
I get a let me holler at you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, JT. And now, something we haven't done in a long time. It's time for an installment of Let Me Holler at You. JT, go ahead, holler, man.
I only got two things I want to holler about.
Okay.
The first one's going to be pretty quick.
Okay.
First thing, I'm just want to say it out right now. Cowboys, from history shows, we going to smash it, bro. We going to smash it. I ain't got there's no doubt in my mind, brother. I'm not worried about it. We going to smash the Cowboys. So I'm just going to end it at that.
There you go.
Second thing I want to put out is I just have a question for the Niner Empire here. How many of y'all think right now, if we was to play tomorrow, say tomorrow Sunday, if we was to play tomorrow, can we beat the Eagles? Can we beat the Philadelphia Eagles?
Yes. I mean, I'm for myself, I'll answer yes. I'm watching the Eagles.
Yeah.
I'm watching them close every week. The Eagles are stumbling and falling into these wins. You know what? Okay, but go ahead.
Okay. I've been fighting tooth and nail on Instagram with these delirious. I put up a post. There was a post on Instagram with let me see, with Jalen Hurts and the coach, their coach, whatever his name is. It was like they were taking a ride, and Debo Samuel comes up with Brock Purdy, and Debo being Debo. And Brock Purdy, on the side, like, yeah, get him, Debo, get him. We going to get these guys. I put on a little post talking about, yeah, we going to get the Eagles this time around. If it wasn't for Brock Purdy's injury, it would have
been last
really
time.
should have happened.
I firmly agree with you.
The outcome would have been different. Like, because we were on fire last year. And I'm telling these Eagles fans right now, they're delirious, Ronbo. They're freaking delirious. They're over here talking about, how the Niners, we ain't nobody, and that we're gonna get beat come week 13 on this and that. Man, I'm just telling these Eagle fans, like, man, look, man, if you guys was to play us right now, y'all gonna lose. You're gonna get smashed on. Y'all play us in week 13, even when you guys get your guys' screws together, you are still gonna get smashed on. Ronbo, you know what? To tell you the honest to God truth, I don't even think there's a team in the league that's going to beat us this year. I think we might go undefeated.
I don't want to go
undefeated. I'm going to say it right now.
But I'm trying to tell you, I agree. There's really no team that actually has the capability, the physical. You need a lot to beat the 49ers right now.
Who is going to stop this well-oiled machine? I don't see nobody.
Got too many weapons.
Nobody in their wildest dreams. Nobody. You got Brandon Ayuk playing freaking lights out, CMC, Debo Samuel. When he wants the ball and wants to get the ball and wants to score at will, he's going to do it. We'll out-physical any team. There's not the Cowboys. I ain't worried about the Cowboys this week. They're going to get smashed on, like I said. But I'm waiting for week 13.
Keep naming those names. Keep naming those names. Like, you didn't mention All-Pro George Kittle. And also, you left off our newest addition that is every bit as potent, it seems. Ronnie Bell.
And
Juwan. Oh, man.
I'm telling you, Ronbo, we got weapons spilling from all places in the offense. It's not even funny. Like, I can't wait, Ronbo, because after that game, I'm going to go back on Instagram and I'm going to give everybody their receipt. Talking about, yeah, they got shitted on. Because they're going to get shitted on.
Yeah, Big Show wants another wide receiver.
Yeah. No, Show wants another weapon to add. It's like, JT, you ever seen a guy riding down the road, and I don't know what he's thinking. He's got a gun rack in the window and about 3 rifles stacked up. I say, if I was a cop, and I know I'd get in trouble, but I have to pull him over and ask him, that's quite a gun collection you got there, huh? Where you on your way to? And they'd say, none of your damn business. Well, the thing is, I just need to know, have you got any ammunition for those rifles? Because, I mean, this would be the 49ers. We got so many guns now that, are you going to a war? I mean, what is going on here?
You got Jerry Jones even admitting the fact that we're the best team in the league, and even he knows it.
Everybody saw that video. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, come on, you got the image. All these NFL analysts is on TV saying that we're the best team in the league. Pretty soon, you're gonna have Stephen A. Smith talking about, you know what, the Eagles, they might be 4-0, but they look what's the word I'm looking for? They look suspect.
He's already saying that. In fact, we've been 3 weeks in a row now, and it's been only 4 weeks on the season because the first week, of course, you have to give it to the Eagles and the Chiefs. But ever since then, the 49ers have been number one, I think, except for 2 weeks. Yeah, this Stephen A. unveiled his power ranking today. Again, 49ers from last week.
I think it was 3 weeks, Ronbo.
I think it is.
It was 3 weeks. And then they said the Dolphins was number one at one time. So,
right,
it was 3
when they scored
weeks.
that 70 points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, that's Ronbo. That's pretty much all I got to say right there. I just wanted to...
Our time is up. But I'm glad to hear from you again.
I want to drop the mic right there on that note because, that's pretty much it.
JD, don't be a stranger, man. I always love to hear from you. I'll see you Friday if you got time.
You know I'm always watching, Ronbo.
Yeah. But we still love to hear from you.
I'll holler back for sure.
Thanks,
Niner
JT.
Empire.
All right, fam. Appreciate you. Talk to you later.
All right.
JT goes back years. JT is really back. I think JT was established way back in the days we was crying about, we could have won that game, man. And you know what? Blah, 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 did this and did that. You know, I want that. We was firing coaches every year. And Jed wasn't playing. He was firing coaches every year. Chip, I love you. You got to go. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here. Hey, JJ.
Hey, Rumble.
JJ's got that down. JJ, I'm only getting a distant, faint sound.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna love this, JJ.
How's that better?
Check this out, JJ. Big Show says you could never have enough weapons. Tom Brady said that. Aaron Rodgers begged for more weapons. Wait. Aaron Rodgers begged for more weapons in Green Bay. You win war with lots of ammo. Nothing wrong with adding another weapon. Show, appreciate your contribution, but Show, you got to pay for those weapons. You just can't be stacking weapons.
He's literally texting me right now. Man.
We
How
got
you doing
enough.
tonight, bud?
I think we got enough. I'm doing great. I mean, the more I think about it, I said this before the season started, but actually when I say things like that, I got tongue in cheek. I kept saying, because, Big Show had everybody scared, and I kept saying, okay, Show, but you know what? Remember, before the week one, I said, you know what, though? Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Jawan Jennings. I didn't even know Brock Purdy was going to be as sharp as he was, but I'm thinking Brock will be fine. He was fine last year. I said, that's just too many weapons. Who in the world has a defense that can stop all of that? So, Show, we're going to be fine. JJ, what do you want to just touch upon tonight? Because we're talking about the Cardinals. But when we think about the 49ers, we become conceited. There's so much more fun to talk about than the Cardinals and that effort they gave, which was not bad. But, they were just another pile of,
The best way I like looking at it is because I was like a young team last time we won the Super Bowl. So I remember looking at it. We had an insanely stacked team. The defense was as good as what we have now. Crazy, except for the corner. You know what I'm saying? So they had 2-star running backs when we won last time. Floyd and Ricky Waters and all that. So I mean, it's the same thing. And to answer what I think Steven said it 15 minutes ago or so, as far as why Jordan Mason is running so hard. I mean, he has to, man. Look at his competition. It's freaking CMC. Anybody, you got to run hard like this. It's your job's on the line, man.
And you ain't get that many opportunities.
People forget about Elijah Mitchell, how good this kid is. He's got to be able to stay healthy.
He came up hurt. I didn't even know he was hurt. They didn't even say anything about that. He was just scratch before the game. I might have missed it, but I said, wow. Well, when did he get hurt? Man.
Well, remember, all of us were looking at him as a huge star before CMC came.
Yeah, he was. He was good.
He still is.
Little did we know he was glass. He can't take a hit.
Well, all our running backs. We haven't had a crap running back since Carlos Hyde.
I know. I said that's the only one too. Before and after Carlos, it's always been peaches and cream.
Well, no. I'm sorry. Yeah, Trey Sermon. He was garbage too.
Wait, but he was with who else? We had another running back better than Trey because Trey didn't get into the game.
Well, all the running backs were good. I liked Breida. I like AC. Anyways.
Did we have Mostert? We hadn't got rid of. We got rid of Mostert that year, right?
Mostert was badass too. No, Mostert was. We had Mostert with Sermon.
Okay, so that's why. Yeah,
second.
so having Sermon didn't really matter, and then we had whomever else, but Kyle would not let Sermon play. JJ, do you know what? From now on, people get mad at Kyle. I said, Kyle. People get mad at Kyle, but when Kyle doesn't let somebody play, we need to stop getting mad at him. He knows what he's doing. He does.
I gotta put it like this: it's like, okay, Kyle's with the team every single day, guys, seriously. And at the same time, and I hate bringing it up, but again with Trey Lance, he had every opportunity to get his job back, and he failed. The same thing with all the running backs and every other player that's out there. Okay, it's just what it is. What it is.
Right.
Look at Ross Dwelly. Why? I mean, he can take Kittle's spot if he had the paint. I mean, he's just not doing it. Charlie Warner beat him out, but even though I think Dwelly's miles better than Dwelly, or than
Warner,
or what's his name? Than
Warner.
Yeah, but
you know how Kyle is.
But anyways, yeah.
Warner's probably out blocking Dwelly. This means a lot to Kyle, and it should mean it to us too. How many times do we see our guys running down the field, leading the runner down the field? I mean, you see Ayuk and Debo, they will maul a man getting in the way of our running backs. Our guys put it out on the line. Jawan Jennings, he will make a man so mad, you'll see them in the corner fighting after the play's over. Oh, I love me some JJ. JJ, you're JJ number one. I love JJ number one, who we're talking to. And JJ number two, Jawan Jennings is a beast. Oh, God, he pisses people off, and I love when he does that. It should have been him that Connor grabbed and took his face mask and shoved it. We'd still be looking at that.
Yeah. Weird shit. But Ronbo, you know a crazy thing? Have you ever noticed that Ross Dwelly never drops a pass?
No, I mean they don't throw the ball.
He has never
enough
dropped
to
a
him.
pass.
No, he's
I know, but every time he does, he doesn't drop it.
And you see that full extension
He's caught
the last
like
time?
almost 100% of.
I remember that full extension pass he made on. I think it was Jimmy. Jimmy tossed that one to him. Full extension. I felt inches in front of the goal line, but Ross launched, went out, full extension. I say made the catch, falls down right in front of the goal. You know, Ross Dwelly he's got hands. Oh.
Is that? Let me see. Is that Big Show calling me? Asshole. Yep. Oh, no, he's not hanging up. Try to get a three-way call on. Anyways, about that. What's up?
No, go ahead. I was going to say, what else you want to add? Because we're going to run out of time.
No, about this Cowboys game this week. I'm already thinking of all the excuses they're going to come up with, especially the fact that Trevon Diggs is not going to play. That's going to be the major key right there. We're going to have our full team. Like,
no. Because you know what, JJ? I'm waiting for him to say that. Trayvon was trailing BA last time we played on every route. He had nothing to do with what Ayuk was doing. He couldn't stop him. There are very few guys. I don't know. I haven't seen one yet that can actually stay with Ayuk. So, you know.
Well, in your opinion, Ronbo, do you think – because I'm pretty sure they're going to put Gilmore on Ayuk.
Oh,
you think
a disaster.
He's going to be able to...
Gilmore will be smoked. I mean, his meat, just bring the barbecue sauce because you just turn him over and rub sauce on him at the half. He will be roasted. Oh.
Hell yes. All right, Robert, let's go.
Anyway, JJ.
Oh, man, it's going to be a fun night.
Let me see you Friday.
All right, bud. Check your DM again.
Oh, yeah. I'll see you online. Yes.
Still, look at you. You line out your ass. All right, bud.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. If I don't get caught up in anything after I get through, I'm going right to it. All right, JJ.
I'm just gonna make it a norm. All right, bud.
Night for now. There goes my boy JJ. Hey, Marketing Pro. We need some Marketing Pro.
Oh, hell.
Yo, Ronbo, what it do? What it do? Marketing Pro with his Marketing Pro analysis dropping in just at the right time, at the right place.
And why do you call it the right time?
Because everything I predicted is materializing. I told you the juggernauts of the West were going to be the 49ers and the LA Rams. And the 49ers survived a undermanned LA team. But since that time, the Rams have shined even brighter. Ask the Indianapolis Colts. You know what I'm saying? In that game, the Rams evolved. There was an evolution that took place against the Colts. Right when all hope was lost, you know, Matthew Dime Stafford, Hall of Famer, top 5 all times, was limping. He showed his grit, showed his greatness. That overtime drive, that's where it kicked in. Now, let me shout out another rookie that you might need to check out. Ronnie Rivers.
Oh, I thought you were
Ronnie Rivers, Rams rookie running back. He's lights out. Kyler Williams, 103 yards, averaging 4 yards a carry. So Rams are all right. And Puka Nacua, the best wide receiver in football right now. No one comes close.
I got respect for him. He has launched a lot of yardage. But that's all Dimes throws to. You know what? I got to tell you something, Marketing Pro, since you're making predictions. How about this weekend you got the Eagles? You get a triumph in this, or what's going to happen?
Oh, we're going to clip the Birds' wings off. You know what I mean? They're going to be known as the Philadelphia Joe Birds like they always are. They're going to be done. We're going to beat them. We're going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Because the Rams are dangerous. Let me tell you, we're a dangerous team. We're just not noticed yet, but we will be at the right time. Now, congrats. 49ers are looking like a well-oiled machine right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching the game. You know, Brock Purdy's just like, he's got like a Tesla on the autopilot. He's not really sweating too much. Yeah. But what do you think you got to worry about against the Cowboys? That right side, think it'll hold up? Or you think Trey Lance and snitched you guys out and gave away all the secrets?
Yeah, my biggest worry with the Cowboys is our guys get bored out there and don't focus. But honestly, yeah. The only thing I'm concerned about is that right side and how well, because the Cowboys are going to try to exploit that. I already know. I would. I want to see I want to know how Kyle Shanahan's got some kind of remedy for that. That's the only thing I'm concerned about.
Well, it's going to come down not to Homer, their coach. It's going to come down to that ex-Atlanta Falcons coach defense. Now, who's going to make the better adjustments? I want to see in the second half who wins that battle.
Quinn.
Now, and by the way, Texas girl, oh my God, what the hell was that? He just worried. You know, when someone's just scrambling and talking like that, they know the L is coming. I think he's afraid that the 49ers are going to ruin his weekend this coming Sunday, and I'm sure you had a good laugh at that.
I did. But things got out of control immediately. As soon as he came in, Texas boy doesn't know how to do. You don't come in talking trash from sentence one. That was just totally bad. Texas boy, your mama didn't raise you right. Didn't she teach you in a situation where you need to be diplomatic to try to use some skills beyond just being stupid? You can't walk down the wrong street in the neighborhood talking trash.
Twice, you know what I'm saying? He'll be the genius of his family. I mean, that's saying much right there. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you, Marketing Pro is always looking like a pro. I called out Puka Nacua right in preseason, Ronbo. I told you about him. And look at us now. Puka Nacua. And by the way, Cooper Kupp's hamstring is not all doom and gloom. They're about to clear him. So we are getting ready and healthy at the right time. And Aaron Donald's been lights out. Byron Young has been a nightmare. He got to, what's that, Richardson? He put the pain on him on Sunday.
Yeah.
So,
well, listen,
Philly, we're going to cook the Eagles.
Yes. Okay.
I'm going to bring some of that barbecue over your place.
You got my full support for this week.
Oh, I got Rams, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Rams 31, the Birds 21. Hurts has 2 fumbles. You know what I'm saying?
Good luck with that. I wish you well. All right.
Rams Nation, baby. Shout out from the East Coast to the West Coast.
All right. Mike and Pro, good night. Philly 90, you're right, man. You remind me.
Rams Nation.
Yeah. Philly 90, you remind me of somebody. The enemy of my enemy. How's it go? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yeah. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Tony!
What a clown, what a clown. Like you said, Ronbo, comedy and entertainment. That guy's crazy. And Ronbo, earlier, Texas boy sound like he ain't too bright. That's the first time I heard him. Ronbo, your show turned into the Jerry Springer show.
I know, right? I saw you make that comment. What did he think?
Oh, my goodness.
You know, walk in, you're already well known in the chat as being a complete jerk. And then you walk in on the phone and you're still trying to be the jerk? No. That wasn't gonna work any better than it does in the chat.
Oh, so, my goodness.
I hope he's okay.
Ronbo,
Jackson,
I
you
laughed
okay?
about 7 minutes. I laughed about 7 minutes. You sat back laughing nonstop. Ronbo,
I didn't expect that.
He didn't show any type of confidence, did he? He's worried because he knows.
The man is, and then he comes back and says, "Y'all better hope them red zone fails don't happen." Said, what? Why would you say that? If anything, I would be saying things that make me look better. But to know that my red zone problems are real, and I'm telling you about it, and saying things like that means him and Jerry Jones are on the same page. They know the L is coming.
Yes. And here's something else that I'm gonna. This is history. Forget about those 2 playoff games last year in 2021. I'm talking about regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all lost. The last time y'all beat Dallas was under Jim Harbaugh in 2014.
Yeah, they did get us.
Beat them 28-17 at Dallas.
They got us in regular season.
After that, y'all lost to them 3 straight times. That's how I know y'all gonna win. Y'all lost to them in 2016.
Yep.
24-17 at home. Y'all lost to them in 2017 at home, 40-10.
Because we had to keep playing the Cowboys. That's what I was so mad about.
Yeah.
So why do we have to keep playing the Cowboys? And by the way, wasn't that when Zach and Deke had just came into the league?
Yes.
Yes. That was a year that they won Rookie of the Year and co-Rookie of the Year. They was just killing it. Oh, Zach and Deke running behind one of the most incredible offensive lines in NFL history, and they was just having a party every week.
Yep. And then y'all lost to them. The last time y'all played them was 2020. Y'all lost to them 41-33 in a shootout at Dallas.
At Dallas, I remember that clearly.
For the last 2 times they played y'all, and I know how coaches get the teams ready. I know these players weren't there. They scored 41 and 40 on y'all. That is not happening this week. You know how I know, Ronbo? Y'all's over-under is 45, and when y'all played them in 2020, it was 46. This game is going to be low scoring. It's going to be under the total, which means Dallas ain't scoring much.
You know, and the thing about Dallas is now they have to depend on their offense a little more because the 49ers are most likely. I mean, Dallas has been doing well in forcing turnovers and getting teams in situations where they you get them behind, and now you can just pin your ears back and go nuts. And the teams they beat up,
but that's not happening against y'all because y'all don't attack them like Arizona did. See, look at that Arizona film, and I know y'all's coaches Dallas can't stop the run.
Run the ball.
And that's something that New England and the Giants didn't figure out.
Oh. And the 49ers love to run the ball. I just hope they don't run CMC to death this week and let Jordan Mason punish him. Because from what I've seen from the Cowboy tackling, it's definitely questionable.
Oh, Ronbo, why don't they put Jordan Mason in that backfield by himself? You know what y'all to do? I said this before in the playoff game. I'm going to say the same thing. How come UCF don't get the ball or throw a couple passes? Y'all got the best fullback in football, and y'all not using him. You got to play him.
I agree. They let him play a little more against the Cardinals, and hopefully that's a prelude to what they have planned for the future. Because it says, hey, Juice got the ball. I 2 or 3 times, hey, they threw a pass to Juice.
He can catch.
Finally.
He can catch.
Yes.
And
let
when
him play.
And when he catches the ball and turns upfield, somebody's going to pay trying to tackle him. You know how he does.
Ask Mika
Fitzpatrick. Ronbo, every show you and I talk about Jordan Mason. Give him the ball and let that 240 pounds punish people. He breaks tackles.
He does. And the Cowboys ain't crazy about all that physical play. So, you know.
No. I got something for you, Ronbo. I said it in the chat when you first started tonight. You know, I took all the shots about I said, my Falcons, we're going to be all right. We got to change quarterback. I say we're going to stick with Desmond Ridder now. We still got our weapons. Our defense has played well. We've given up 20 and 23 points in our 2 losses.
See, that's where it starts. That's where it starts. You get that defense and keep that score where you can actually beat somebody. That's where it starts. Defense, and now get that offense rolling.
But Niner Empire, listen to me real clearly. Colin Cowherd said today he was going through his 5 for 5. He likes the Dallas Cowboys plus the 3.5. He said he would take it on the money line. He likes them straight up because the 49ers red zone defense. I started laughing when he said that. He thinks Dallas is going to beat him.
but I mean, maybe the Dallas Cowboys win, but not for that reason. What's wrong with Cowherd? If the Dallas Cowboys have a problem that stands out, it's their red zone efficiency. Why would he say that?
No, he said the 49ers red zone defense.
Oh, he thinks our red zone defense is not good enough to stop the Cowboys? Interesting.
That's what he said. I think Cowherd's a clown, Ron. I look at him for
I don't know.
The
Cowboys. I'm not scared of them in the red zone. I'm scared of I'm afraid of Mahomes in the red zone. There's a few teams around the league I can't think of offhand, but the Cowboys ain't one of them. You know, the Cowboys. When I seen Dak throw into triple coverage, there was nothing but bright red standing right in front of him. He threw it anyway. I said, why would he do that?
And that's y'all's game plan. Shut their run. That's what y'all run the ball down their throats. I don't know if y'all going to play Elijah Mitchell or not. I don't know if he's healthy, but play Jordan Mason.
He's probably
They can't stop Jordan Mason.
Nah.
And mixed up with CMC, get CMC involved in the passing game a little bit, run him a little bit. Let Usyk, they need to let Usyk have 5 carries. Let Usyk have 5 carries.
You're going to see Mason this week, and you're also going to see Debo will be sweeping like a janitor this week. I mean, if he'll be sweeping, if Debo's going to be sweeping so hard, you're going to think that the place looks going to be clean as a whistle. How well that floor is going to be cleaned up with Debo. He's been coming around that corner all day against the Cowboys. This is Debo loves. Loves this.
You know who's going to get involved? You know who's going to get involved in y'all's passing game this week?
Ayuk.
Tell me.
Jordan and Ayuk. Jawan,
Well,
Jawan.
yeah, but that ain't who I was talking about.
Who?
Kittle going to go off Sunday.
Oh, I forgot about my own weapons.
Kittle going to go off Sunday.
Because they don't like to tackle. Yes.
Because they're going to be so worried about Ayuk and Debo, and even Juwan Jennings going to go off. Juwan Jennings been balling when he's called upon. But Kittle going to have a big day, I believe, because they're so worried about Ayuk. I really believe that.
They have so many things to worry about. They have so many things.
Yeah.
And if Debo runs for pass routes, that's not going to help many because you got 2 guys out there. Gilmore can't stop everybody, even if he was going to stop anybody. So, you know.
Yep. But I would run the football at them and mix up your run with your pass. That would stop the run.
Kyle's going to love to do that. But what Kyle's probably going to do is he's going to run a lot of screens because you want to draw that Dallas vicious defense and use that against them, something like what teams are doing against the 49ers now. They're getting that ball out quick and get it to a receiver. And if you get the ball to Kittle, any one of our guys, Kittle, Debo, you know, C-Mac, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And Ronbo, you know who's been playing well on your defense? They don't have any sacks. I've been watching them. They've been hustling their behind off.
Who's that?
I started to say ass, but I'm behind. Cleveland Farrell's been hustling his butt off.
Yes, hasn't he?
And Owen Burks. And Owen Burks, when he comes in at the backup linebacker, Burks, he teed off with a couple people a couple times.
He did.
When they get
one time I thought he was going to get flagged. You're right. And Cleveland Farrell, he is definitely good at sealing. When he come around that corner, Cleveland is there. It's a big guy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was as big as he is.
Yeah. But Kittle's going to have a big day, in my opinion. And Colin Cowherd's going to be wrong again. He said y'all's red zone defense ain't as good as it was last year, and it's not good this year. You guys are undefeated. What are you talking about?
I know, and he ain't giving up 20 points a week, except for the Rams clowning with that 3-point shot at the end. But you know what? Is Cowherd still mad with us? The guy that he hated so bad.
I forgot about
Trey's in Dallas. And since Trey's in Dallas, he should hate Dallas. What's going on with Cowherd? He's losing it.
Well, if that gets pulled, we ain't going to see Trey. You're going to see that other guy.
I know. Yeah, Trey's got to learn the offense first. He just got there.
Yeah.
What's his name? Rush? Something like that?
Yeah, Cooper Rush. And he's a pretty decent backup, but I guarantee you Dallas ain't going to be running on y'all. Y'all going to stop that. And then, okay, Dak, you're going to have to beat Ronbo. I remember the playoff game, and I said he's going to throw 3. He threw 2. And remember, I predicted the first one. I called it to my friends right before he threw it.
Yeah,
he's going to throw 3 on Sunday. He's going to throw 3.
and Tony, you know what's wrong? Dak's, his nerves now, his confidence has got to be at an all-time low. You see, he does look like he's hesitant even now.
Yeah.
So if there's going to be time that Dak, he's putting on them fronts and everything in front of the media people, like they ask him a stupid question, Dak, answer the question. We all want to know. See, Dak is not fooling anybody. Dak is scared to death, trying to make himself look like a badass in front of his teammates, so they have every confidence in him. If they blitz Dak,
go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
No, if they blitz Dak, like I think Coach is, he doesn't like to. He's for some reason, Steve Wilkes likes to blitz. Hasn't really blitzed that much this year.
Texas boy just typed in. He said they're number 1 in turnovers. How many turnovers did y'all get against Arizona? Because y'all ain't getting on against the San Francisco Texas boy because they got too many weapons. And they're going to run the ball down y'all's throats. And not necessarily all with McCaffrey either.
Hey,
Texas boy.
As a matter of fact, they didn't get that many turnovers against the Cardinals. I don't know. What is Texas boy talking about?
I don't either.
Sorry.
Texas boy, I bet y'all not in the top 10 against the run, Texas boy. San Francisco did over 200 yards rushing.
Poor guy. Anyway, I can't wait till this game. It's going to be interesting.
And it's Sunday night. But we ain't going to be seeing Texas boy for a while. The game is Sunday night in front of the whole nation.
Don't you do it, Texas boy.
I don't score them any points, Texas boy.
As a matter of fact, Texas boy, after that game, if the 49ers win, either way, win or lose, you got to come in here and get your props if you win. If you lose, you got to come in there and give us our props. Don't be a wussy.
They're not going to score much, Ronbo. That over-under tells me that. I say like 27-10. Y'all might score under 30 this time. 27-10, 28-10. Dallas is not scoring much in this game because of the last – I look at that. They scored 40 points the last 2 times they played you, 40 and 41.
Yeah, they
haven't
done
over
that.
Under 50.
The Cowboys didn't do that to anybody even last year. The Cowboys, their days are over. I want to see you Friday. Hope you got some time and talk about what you guys got going on as well. All right?
Texas boy, we're fine. We play Houston this week, and I'm a little concerned because D'Amico Ryan's got them playing.
They jumped out of
But we just got to get our offense on track because our defense is playing Texas boy. We're going to be fine. We're going to have a better record than y'all, and y'all still losing 9 out of your next 13, Texas boy. Look at all those teams y'all got to play: Buffalo and Miami and Seattle and Detroit and Philly twice.
Oh.
And after y'all lose Sunday night, y'all going to lose next Sunday at the L.A. Chargers, Texas boy, so stay tuned.
When do they play Washington? Washington loves their division. Anyway, all right, Tony. Have a great night. Always a pleasure. All right.
Have a great night, sir. I'll see you Friday.
Yeah, be back Friday.
All right, sir. Take care.
Appreciate you, Tony. Have a great night. Yeah. Texas boy, I want to apologize for the brutal treatment you got, but Texas, you can't walk in with nothing but sausages all around your body in a wolf's den. You're going to get ate up. Come in, be polite. God, that was just foolish. Funny, though. Fam, thanks for the contribution tonight. Always appreciate it. And please subscribe before you leave. I want to find you again come Friday. Anything like. I'll see you Friday, fam. Niners! Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys.